Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Like many of you, I recently had cataract surgery, and I am loving it. My vision has never been better. Driving at night is fun again, and I wake up in the morning and see. And now you're wondering, which doctor did I choose? Short answer is both. Dr. Miller fixed one eye, and Dr. Reinsbach operated on the other. They are both great people and fabulous surgeons. I trust them implicitly, and you can too, but just pick one.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
It's baseball season, and I know my kids always seem to bring home enough dirt from the field to create a pitcher's mound. When the battle with dirt and stains leaves you exhausted and feeling like it's an extra inning game, call Service Master by Hyatt and let us hit a home run cleaning carpet. You will feel like you're walking away with a come-from-behind win after Service Master by Hyatt gets your carpet as clean as a relief pitcher's uniform. Call us today at 507-366-7149.
Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net, or you can give us a call at 507-663-1217. Go Raiders!
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
And welcome to the section semifinals here at Austin between our Northfield Raiders and the Stewartville Tigers in a rematch for the Section 1 AAA Finals. I am Joey Hudson. Joining with me is Ian Staten doing color. AJ Reister will be producing. Lance Reister will be running cameras for us as our Northfield Raiders will be taking on the Stewartville Tigers. Of course, they played near the end of the regular season. It was a back-and-forth matchup with Stewartville coming out on top. Stewartville is the 1 seed in the section tournament. Raiders the 2 seed, so it's going to be a very interesting matchup between these two highly ranked teams. Of course, neither of these teams have lost in the tournament so far, but it is double elimination. The loser of this game will play again today at 4 as to decide the consolation bracket, and the winner of this game will advance to the championship and face the winner of the consolation bracket on Wednesday, June 5th. So that will be a very interesting matchup. It all comes down to how the Raiders can come out and how they can close out this game. That was their problem. It's been their problem for a few games this year. A lot of their losses on the year has been from not being able to close out games, but we'll see how they can come out and attack these Stewartville Tigers and stay in this one through 7 innings and longer if they need it. But for now, we're going to take an ad break. We'll be back with our coaches' interviews brought to you by Hometown Credit Union. So make sure to stay tuned here for that. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Many people tell me they've heard horror stories about all the drops needed after cataract surgery. Well, fear no more. At Ritchie Eye and LASIK, Dr. Miller and Dr. Reinsbach are dropless. That's right. No need for medicated eye drops before or after your cataract surgery. I love dropless for my cataract surgery, and you will too.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
You
you have a brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
A health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And we're back here. Of course, we did have that 30-minute rain delay, which is why we're not starting exactly at 11. But right now, we were able to catch up with Stewartville coach Tyler Schmitz for a pregame interview brought to you by Hometown Credit Union, a member-owned financial institution with branches in Owatonna, Faribault, and right here at home in Northfield.
All right, here with Coach Tyler from the Stewartville baseball team. Coach, you got the Northfield Raiders here in the section tournament. You played them just a couple of weeks ago. What were some of your takeaways from that game?
You know, Northfield's a great team, great program. I think we've had a lot of back-and-forth one-run games the last few years. I think the last 2 or 3 years we played them. And so, you know, we're going to get a great lineup, 1 through 9 that can hit the ball. Their pitcher's going to throw strikes. They're going to be aggressive on the base pass. So, that's what we're expecting from Northfield. They're a good team. They're a really good team, and we respect them. And, we're just looking forward to a great battle with them today.
You had a couple of games after the one in Northfield. How did your season wrap up for you guys?
Yeah, we finished up pretty strong. I think we won our last game, and then the first 2 playoff games went pretty well. We beat Faribault. I think it was 5-1, and then we beat Winona 9-1. So yeah, puts us here today against Northfield.
What were some of the strengths in those first 2 section games that you're hoping carries over today?
We played pretty sound defense. We haven't made any errors in the playoffs yet, so hopefully I just didn't jinx that. But yeah, so we've been playing good defense, and we've been putting together good at bats and making pitchers really work. So hopefully we can continue to do that today and see what happens from there.
You got Betcher starting on the mound today in this crucial section playoff game. What has led you to be confident in him today? What has been some of his big strengths that has you starting on the mound in this big game?
Bo's been throwing really, really well for us. I think he's thrown 3 complete games his last 3 outings, 7 innings, and he's kept it around 80 pitches. He just pounds his zone, looking to throw strikes, and he doesn't strike out a ton, but he gets guys to weak contact. So hopefully we can do that today here.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Coach. Good luck today.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And that was Tyler Schmitz, the Stewartville coach, for a nice interview there. As he said, their pitcher is going to be attacking the zone, trying to get that weak contact induced, but Raiders are a very aggressive team when they flip that switch on, and it's part of their game plan, so hopefully they're coming out aggressive. We were also able to catch up with Coach Josh Spitzak before the game, as for another interview also brought to you by Hometown Credit Union.
I'm here with Coach Spitzak with the Northfield Raiders. Last time it was a really close game. Guys just finished a little short. What did you have to take away from that game that you can do differently in this game?
Yeah, I mean, we were there at the end with the lead, and so we know, even though Stewartville's had an amazing season, we know, we can play with them, and so I think there's a little confidence factor there that we got from that first game. We know we're gonna have to be ready. They put the ball in play. They're gonna do a lot of things on the bases, so I think that showed us that especially in the playoffs, you just got to be ready for anything here.
2 big wins in the playoffs, kind of getting the ball rolling. What did you say to the team about not getting really complacent through the playoffs and getting too ahead of themselves?
Yeah, we started with that first game. We just said we're not going to look back on anything, and we're not going to look forward at any future games. It's just one game at a time, and so I think that's kind of been good for us these first 2 to just make sure we get those, and then we got to do the same thing today. We know, obviously we could end up playing another game today, but we talked about not worrying about that. Let's just take care of the first game and go from there.
And Mickelson getting the ball again today, you said he usually asks for the ball, like you can always see it. What went into the decision to give him the ball?
Yeah, unfortunately, when with Grant's injury, that would have been a whole nother situation thinking through pitchers. But and Eli pitched game 1 and did really well, and he's been really consistent all season. We know that he's gonna go out and compete and give us a chance to win, just like all our pitchers have. But just feel like he's kind of been on a good roll here towards the end of the season. So that we'll go with him again.
Sounds good. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thank you to Coach Josh Spitzak and Coach Tyler Schwartz of the Stewartville Tigers for those interviews that we were able to catch up from them. So those interviews, once again, brought to you by Hometown Credit Union, member-owned financial institution with branches in Old Town of Faribault and right here at home in Northfield. We're going to take another ad break. We'll be back for a little more pregame, and then we'll have our starting lineups and national anthem and the game underway here from Austin. You're watching NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouth guard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
Don't let dry eye symptoms continue to get in the way of enjoying what your world has to offer. Although dry eye can be hard to treat and difficult to manage with over-the-counter eye drops, you're not out of options. River Valley Eye Professionals is very pleased to offer the OptiLight Intense Pulse Light Treatment, the first and only FDA-approved light-based treatment for dry eye. We're the only facility in the area with this technology and expertise to perform this amazing treatment. Find out more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
And we're back here from Austin Markeson Park. Of course, our Raiders coming into this game at 12-8. The Stewartville Tigers coming in at 20-1 on the season overall, including regular season and section play for both those teams. But Stewartville hasn't lost a game since back in May 13th against Zumbrota. They have been a very dominant team. They haven't faced a whole lot of adversity, at least a whole lot of adversity with the end score of games. So we'll see if the Raiders can kind of shake them up here. The loser of this game will play again at 4 p.m. today against the winner of the Winona-Byron game, which will be played at 1:30 just after this one is concluded.
Yeah, you said Stewartville hasn't lost since whatever date that was. That's their only loss of the season. Mm-hmm. So, you really have to take consideration when playing a really good team. You know what's expected. They've already played this team. They actually had the lead against this team, was going to hand them their second loss, but they didn't. The one thing I think the Raiders have, found their sweet spot in the playoffs is their pitching. Their hitting's been phenomenal, putting up lots of hits, but when your pitching is only letting up one run a game, Melgren went the complete game, absolutely dominated. I mean, you can't ask for anything better from a pitcher than going a complete game. I mean, that's probably the top thing you always want your pitcher to do, and Melgren came in, delivered. Mickelson came in, delivered, went 6 innings. Groutman came in, basically shut the door right behind him. They've only gone through 3 pitchers in 2 games in the playoffs. That's really, really impressive.
Yeah, and obviously Eli went 6 innings in that first game. He could have gone, 8 if he had a pitch count. He was rolling against that Fairville team. He absolutely could have gone the distance, but they decided to give him that rest, of course. Now they get a chance to start him here. I'm sure that we will at least see JT Groutman warm up in the bullpen at some point in this game, and I'm sure Seth Thompson will throw about 3 innings in the bullpen behind him as well. So Raiders have a very, very strong pitching staff. They trust their bats to get them, 3-4 runs, and then I think they believe that will be enough against a Stewartville team that I think they can really limit their bats up against this matchup. They looked, the Raider pitching really outclassed them for most of the game in their last matchup, which I think is going to be a really big gain for them coming into this one.
Yeah, I think the one thing that goes into consideration is both of these teams have had a good long couple of days of practice where they can, get all those mechanics back and be that well-groomed team that both of them know they can be. It's definitely going to be a really good fought battle. Probably don't expect a whole lot of runs unless it goes into the bullpen. These are two of the best pitchers for each of the teams. But, you never know when it comes to playoff baseball. Sometimes the bats get hot. Sometimes the pitchers get hot. It could go both ways for one team. It could not go both ways for another team. So it's always a guessing game when it comes to the playoffs, and this is what everyone lives for right here.
Exactly. And we're going to take another ad break. This one brought to you by the Section 1 AAA itself as a nice little ad break, and we'll be back with our starting lineups here. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level with support that matches.
He scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow.
And they score. Raiders take the lead.
Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level.
Huge first takedown. He's got his...
with support that matches.
He breaks the tackle. And he scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow. Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level with support that matches.
He scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow. Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level with support that matches.
He scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow.
And we're back here, still in our pregame. A little throwback to the last time our Raiders faced the Stewartville Tigers. That was back on May 18th, the second to last game of the regular season for the Raiders. As Seth Thompson was on the mound to start that one for the Raiders back in Dundas for a home game for the Raiders. He had a really good one. He went 5 1/3. He allowed 4 earned runs, but what it really was, he allowed 2 in the first, and then he allowed 1 in the third. And then in the sixth, the Raiders kind of fell apart. Seth allowed the 1 run. Cam Kaiser came in relief, and then there was an error behind him, which kind of let the dam break, allowing the Stewartville Tigers to take a 2-run lead, which was the ending score of 6-4. But for a while there, at least for about half an inning, the Raiders took the lead as it was a really nice game, a really well spread out game. But the Raiders did only have 4 hits on the game, so that's going to be a big thing today. If they can get those hits on the board and just keep the runners moving, keep the line moving around, they were able to draw 8 walks in that game. So hopefully they can rekindle some of that magic here and get some base runners, get that whip up from the opposing pitcher, really try to drive that pitch count up. As he said, or as the Stewartville coach said, he's gone complete games in his last 3 starts, only thrown about 80 pitches a start. So it's going to be really important for the Raiders to try to wear him down a little bit, try to get some good looks at him, and try to attack those best pitches that they can. As he said, he's going to be attacking the zone.
Yeah. Stewartville coach said Betcher, he's not a strikeout pitcher. He kind of has weak contact over and over again, and that's what you want to hear if you're the Raider Bats. Obviously, it's pregame. They didn't hear it. Pregame interview, they didn't hear that. But when you're up at the plate, this guy probably has decent numbers. I'm sure they've looked somewhere for his stats, so they know that he can force those ground balls. His strikeout numbers aren't very high, but the one thing I think the Raiders emphasized this week is they had a lead against Stewartville. That does not go, under the rug. They always had this lead against Stewartville, and one bad inning kind of determined the game for them. And so they just have to capitalize, keep that lead, and keep the pedal on the metal no matter what inning it is, what the situation is, and you'll see themselves come on top of this game.
Yeah, it's going to be really important for the Raiders to try to capitalize on those mistakes. They have a lot of hitters who like to try to work the count a little bit, try to get the right pitch. But I think it's going to be really important up against a really good pitcher in Botcher to just take what he gives you and just if you see the first pitch that's on the outside, just be willing to go to right field or left field if you're a lefty. Just take what he gives you and just drive it the other way if you have to, or attack when you need to, foul a pitch off, as we'll see how our Raider Bats can come out against them. But for now,
they said Betcher stayed under 80 pitches, so that's one thing to look for is if the Raiders do get him in those 70s and there's still a decent amount of life in the game, see how far Betcher can go. Could be one of the strengths for the Raiders that they could see underneath what he's going to do after that.
And for now, we're going to take an ad break. We'll be back with our starting lineups brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you are interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. So stay tuned for that here on NorthfieldLive.com.
Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Many people tell me they've heard horror stories about all the drops needed after cataract surgery. Well, fear no more. At Ritchie Eye and LASIK, Dr. Miller and Dr. Reinsbach are dropless. That's right. No need for medicated eye drops before or after your cataract surgery. I love dropless for my cataract surgery, and you will too.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
You have a brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
A health savings account from Community Resource Bank can help you save money on medical expenses when used in conjunction with a qualifying high-deductible health plan. And HSA offers the return of a savings account with the convenience of checking, all while earning a competitive interest rate. Stop by one of our locations or visit crb.bank to learn more. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And we're back for our starting lineups brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. Once again, if you're interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. They're going to go through our whole roster right now, and then we'll go through our starting lineups on the field. Go ahead.
Number 4, Luke Geisenberg. Number 6, Gabriel Heinritz. Number 7, Gupta. Number 10, Caleb Grau. Number 11, Justice Newman. Number 14, Jack Pribal. Number 15, Logan Prescott. Number 19, Vladimir Simon Martinez. Number 21, Nico Vanderwalker. Number 22, Grat Hunton. Number 17, Rourke Bennett. And number 23, Dylan Morrow. Now the starters for the Raiders. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 2, Jake Geiger. This afternoon, starting right fielder and batting second, number 5, Tegan Melgren. This afternoon, starting center fielder and batting third, number 13, Cam Kaiser. This afternoon, starting left fielder and batting cleanup, number 18, Austin Kep. This afternoon, starting third baseman and batting fifth, number 8, Seth Thompson. This afternoon, starting catcher and batting sixth, number 9, Aaron Reister. This afternoon's DH and batting seventh, number 24, Kean Rauch, excuse me. This afternoon, starting first baseman and batting eighth, number 12, Ryan Cahoon. This afternoon, starting second baseman and batting ninth, number 16, JT Groutman. This afternoon's starting pitcher is number 20, Eli Milkelson. And the Raiders are coached by head coach Josh Spixick and assistant coach Chris Goffman. Now here are the non-starters for the home team, Stewartville Tigers. Number 2, Ronnie Mitchell. Number 4, Caden Height. Number 9, Logan Skustad. Number 11, Ali Tapia. Number 14, Asher Paulson. Number 17, Braden Erickson. Number 18, Dominic Troutman. Number 19, Nathan Limer. Number 20, Carter Dick. Number 30, Brecken Horseman. Number 33, Colin McGill. Now the starters for the Stewartville Tigers. Leading off and playing center field, number 7, Carter Miller. This afternoon's starting shortstop and batting second, number 5, Reed Neubauer. This afternoon, starting pitcher and batting third, number 10, Bo Betcher. This afternoon, starting first baseman and batting cleanup, number 24, Ben Limer. This afternoon, starting third baseman and batting fifth, number 3, Jace Klug. This afternoon, starting catcher and batting sixth, number 12, Luke Hebel. This afternoon, starting left fielder and batting seventh, number 21, Drew Jelinek. This afternoon, starting second baseman and batting eighth, number 8, Jacob Anderson. This afternoon, starting right fielder and batting ninth, number 15, Grayson Paulson. Student managers for Stewartville, let's give them a big hand because they do all the work for the team. Dale Johnson and Braxton Erickson. Let's give them another big hand. They do a lot more work than what people think. Tigers are coached by head coach Tyler Schmidt and assistant coaches Mark Schmidt, Al Klug, and Lucas Manor. Umpires for this contest are Brad Holcomb, Scott Geib, and Alan Savage. Let's give those guys a big hand.
All right, and we will be on the way shortly. Once again, those lineups brought to you by Ritchie Eye Clinic. If you are interested in improving your vision, scheduling a free consultation at Ritchie Eye Clinic is a great first step. As you might have just overheard, they're just establishing the ground rules as they've been doing through these lineups, and then we'll get on the way with the national anthem here at Austin Markeson Park, which will be a very nice matchup between our Raiders and the Tigers. Once again, in this rematch, the winner will advance with a nice advantage in the Section 1 AAA Conference Championship. You only need to win one game if you advance from this one, as it's a double elimination, as I've said, as they once again continue to walk through the ground rules, making sure everything is squared away. We are just about on the way shortly. Geiger, Melgren, Kaiser, Kep, Thompson, Reister, Rauk, Cahoon. I can't tell who's hitting in anything, I'm going to be honest with you.
JT Groutman.
Groutman. There we go.
And Mickelson.
That's what threw me off. Once again, your lineup for your Northfield Raiders, as we just wait for them to get on the way. As Eli Mickelson going to be on the ground for the Raiders. He's going to be attacking the zone a lot, throwing a lot of fastballs, trusting a lot in that 1-2 punch with his slider. And then every once in a while we'll see him mix in a changeup, but that'll really be his main two pitches that you'll see today from the Raiders starter on the mound. Once again, Grant Hutton did go down with a torn labrum was his injury in one of the last games of the season before coming into the section playoffs. So that was a big loss for the Raiders, missing a guy who was probably their de facto ace of the staff coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, he's on your screen. He'll be the guy in the middle wearing the black jacket. Definitely, always not a good feeling for the Raiders when one of the ace pitchers goes down for you. One of those guys that's always in the rotation. You can count on him to probably go 4 or 5 innings most of the game for the Raiders. But, now they'll feed the ball to Mickelson twice through these playoffs. They got him the first game. Now they'll give him the third game. Coach Spitzak said he pitched really well. He kind of deserved it.
Yeah,
he earned his way into the spot. You don't kind of just get it handed to you. Obviously, this is a really big game. Sets you up to go to the championship undefeated through these playoffs. And that is a bigger advantage than most people know. You're not facing that elimination game. You can play with a little wiggle room. So,
of course, the Raiders got down to that final game of the section championship last year against Byron. They came from the consolation bracket. They came back and they won the first game of the section championship game. Just weren't able to hold on, nearly walking it off in the final one, but they just weren't able to quite get it done, as has been the story with a lot of Raider sports in the last year or so. A lot of teams getting to that section championship game and not getting it done. Raiders are looking to break that here. As one of the things that we've talked about, of course, in the pregame for this one and throughout the season is the Raiders have had some troubles with finishing out games, so we'll see how they can change that. It's really they just kind of get lulled into the end of the game, and around that 6th, 7th inning they can really fall flat as they continue to walk through these ground rules, as taking plenty of time making sure everything is cleared. It's now just the umpires and the coaches. The field manager walked off about 10 minutes ago.
Let's get some pictures of you guys working.
As now we're getting the boss taking pictures of us in the pregame. Raiders looking to come out firing against the Byron Bears. They will be hitting first. They're the away team coming in as the 2 seed versus the Stewartville 1 seed.
The super yeah, super quiet ballpark so far.
Yeah.
You can tell it's 11 in the morning.
And they finally break the pregame meeting. And
huge applause.
Yeah.
I think people were waiting.
On their edge of their seat for that one.
At this time, we ask.
And we will have our national anthem now.
Us in honor of America with the playing of our national anthem. All right, let's play some baseball. Good luck, both teams.
All right, let's play. We are underway now. Finally back here on June 1st as the Raiders meet in their dugout. This field has a really nice clubhouse and under the dugout, which is it's always nice when you come to this field. You get to hang out in there a little bit before and after the game. This is where I played my last baseball game. Right after we finished, I threw my helmet as hard as I could at the concrete on the floor. So that was a very nice touch memory coming back to this field. As the lefty Bodicher will be on the mound for the Stewartville Tigers, as we'll see how the Raiders can attack the lefty. They haven't seen a whole lot of lefty starting pitchers this year. Probably only one or two. I think the Tri-City United game they threw out a lefty, and that's really it. So we'll see how the Raiders can adjust. Of course, that's really changing up Ryan Cahoon's approach, the switch hitter. He's been batting from the left side all but pretty much one or two plate appearances this season. Now going to have to switch over as it looks like Bodicher has a wristband or something on, making sure everything's all right there.
Yeah, I'd say the lefty they probably faced the most was the Mankato East pitcher. Almost right through like the whole game. I think it was almost a complete game. That was second game of the season, third game of the season during that really slow start for the Raiders, but obviously found their groove back in section semifinal for, probably
second year in a row.
Third year in a row.
Oh, yeah. I know it's the second year for sure, probably the third. But, of course, they went to the championship last year.
I know the last time they didn't because I was on the team. I was in we had a very good team that year. I think we only lost probably 3 regular season games.
Yeah.
Just lost the first 2 rounds of the playoffs, and, it always sucks to go down like that. But Raiders have been back here, and, it's a steady, consistent Northfield Raider team that's always back in Austin, and Spitzak probably has that on his calendar before the season starts or when the schedule comes out.
2 years of head coach Josh Spitzak. Last year they went to the section championship game. They're 1 game away from going back this year. It's been a very successful early tenure for the new Raider head coach as Jake Geiger will step up to the plate to lead us off.
Yeah, Coach Spitzak, obviously the assistant coach under Coach Auger for many, many years. So he's been through a couple good Raider baseball teams.
Also, of course, assistant coach at Randolph for a while.
Oh, yes.
As now the shortstop, Jake Geiger, will step in, and we are just about underway as Geiger will step in against Bodicher for the first pitch.
I heard Randolph has a pretty good head coach.
I've heard that, too. I don't know the validity of that, but first pitch to Geiger, misses low. 1-0 the count immediately. Bodicher out of the windup. He kicks and fires. Geiger takes, called inside. Looked like whatever it was, it broke downwards as it went to Geiger, and he just kind of froze up as he's still getting a look at these pitches for the first time. The 1-1 coming to the plate. Swung on, fouled off. High fly ball. Went up to the light tower out there in right field. Bodicher with a kind of a unique windup coming to the plate. The ball kind of comes out right where his head is almost. As Geiger falls behind 1-2, the Raiders shortstop looking to battle. Pitch on the way from Bodicher. Misses up and away. Great take there from Jake Geiger to even it up 1-2 or 2-2 the count. Geiger immediately working the pitches here. As the 2-2 on the way from the lefty. Taken high. Another good take in a similar spot. Loads up the count. 3-2 to the leadoff batter. Tegan Melbourne, the lefty, on deck. As the payoff pitch on the way to Geiger. Swung on, flied into left center. Center fielder giving chase in a big outfield. He will track it down. A long fly out from Jake Geiger as Miller tracks it down out in center. His helmet flew off when rounding first as he was digging for extras if that one landed, but a good play there. Stewartville center fielder covering a lot of ground to get out number 1.
Yeah, that ball was hit perfectly in the gap. Still pretty hard hit to the center fielder who could range over. He looked like he had a pretty decent set of wheels on him tracking that one down. So
Of course, 397 out to left center.
Yeah, that's a pretty big hit.
The first pitch on the way to Melgren now in there, strike one.
It looks like the outfield wall pretty much sits at 397, and it's just a completely flat wall. It goes 326 into the corner, both corners.
A very symmetrical ballpark because that's now 0-2 to Melgren.
Yeah, so your best chance of putting it out is probably right over by those foul ball poles.
Yeah, I'm sure the Raiders are recognizing that as the 0-2 on the way to Melgren. He's just looking for contact as he swings through that one. It's in the dirt. The throw down to first, a little high, pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Melgren is safe. Melgren gets the board. The first baseman had a nice athletic play just to reel that one in as the high catch from the high throw from the catcher Hebel just misses high and away. As now Raiders have a base runner for Cam Kaiser with one out on the board.
Yeah, the Raiders are definitely going to have to take advantage of these errors. You know, Stewartville, AJ had an interview with their head coach. He said, they haven't had any errors through the playoffs, and he said hopefully they don't jinx himself. Well, second batter of the game, he did jinx himself. So
Cam Kaiser digging in for the Raiders. The first pitch on the way to him hits the inside part of the plate. That inside pitch getting called here in the early game. Raiders going to have to recognize that. Mickelson warming up the bullpen, staying fresh. He's been throwing this whole top of the first. Also, catcher Howie Reister in full gear there for him. As the next pitch to Kaiser misses high, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, this top of the lineup can do really special things for the Raiders. They'll make you pay the price if you have an error or you make a mistake.
2-1 to Kaiser. I think that's I don't know how good the scouting report the Raiders got on the pitcher was. I think as the game progresses, we're going to see a lot more first pitch swinging.
Yeah, you never know. And the strategy for the Raiders could also be, wait until you get a strike or wait until you've seen a couple pitches that you have a good feel for the ball. It really goes into what type of scouting report they got and what their strategy was to attack this guy.
2-2 the count to Cam Kaiser with one out and a runner on first base. Boddicker out of the stretch. Looks in, gets the sign, comes set. Melgren keeping a modest lead. The slide step to the plate. Misses high. Full count now with one out, runner on first. We'll see if they send Melgren. As Kaiser digs in with a full count. Boddicker shakes off his catcher. Gets the sign, comes set. Melgren will take off. Kaiser swinging, fouls it back. As Melgren will head back. He recognized that it was getting fouled back early. Kaiser a little fooled. It looked like a change up there. He was well out in front. Did a good job staying back and just fouling it off and staying alive.
Yeah, it looks like a hit and run was on, trying to set the tone early.
Melgren will stay put on that one as Kaiser fouls it off.
A great at bat. You always love to see, hitter foul off a couple pitches. They're both getting inside each other's heads.
Boddicker already at 16. The pitch on the way to Kaiser. Melgren takes off. Misses. Ball 4. Kaiser draws a walk. As a great take there right on the black. I think even he was waiting for the call before he went down. As Austin Kep will dig in now. The cleanup hitter with 2 runners on and 1 out. Boddicker now throwing 17. A guy who's done a really good job at limiting his pitches. Raiders already working the count. Austin will dig in. The big Raider left fielder, of course, going after this season to D2 ball at St. Cloud. The pitch on the way from the lefty. Swung on, flied hard into right center. That'll go down for extra bases for Austin Kep. He's digging. Melgren will come home to the plate. Kaiser digging for third as it's a 1-run double for Austin Kep. Raiders setting the tone early. A massive shot from Austin Kep. Would have been out in a lot of ballparks, and it's a 1-run double. Raiders take the lead.
What a phenomenal piece of hitting from Austin Kep.
He came out aggressive, first pitch swinging.
Saw the pitch he liked and took it for a very, very good ride.
Absolutely hammered. He touched the sky with that one.
Probably could have been 2 runs. Kaiser played in the middle of first and second. Didn't know if it would get caught. Heard a fan just yell "run" as loud as they could. Obviously, the ball was already landed, but
now Seth Thompson digging in with 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out. Pitch misses high. Looked like Stewartville, a mini pitch out there, kind of expecting Seth to maybe lay down a bunt, try to get Cam in with the wheels on third base. As now the 1-0 pitch on the way to the Raider third baseman misses low and away. Good take there on the slider. 2-0 the count. Boddicker about to throw pitch number 21. He'll come set. Kick and fire to the plate. Misses well high. Kaiser's going to take off. When the ball goes to the backstop, he slides in safely. Raiders have 2. Kaiser comes in to score. Raiders have an early 2-0 lead on the Heritage Bank scoreboard as he comes out and gets those high fives from his teammates.
Yeah, he looked like he went to the slider, and it just didn't locate well. Went right off the catcher's glove, high in the zone, and Kaiser's wheels, they'll make him pay for it. I told you, this top of the lineup for the Raiders, they're a very experienced, very well athletic bunch, and they're going to play their hardest when the lights are bright.
Thompson stepping in. A 3-0 count with a 1 out and a run on third base, Austin Kep. As the Barry Bonds chants come in here to Seth Thompson, the pitch underway. Called strike. That outside of lefties, inside of righties, pitch getting called from the home plate umpire. It's a 3-1 count. I don't think the umpire is aware. As the pitch on the way from Boddicker. Swung on, grounded, right side. That'll score a run as the first baseman will step on the bag. As Kep comes in to score on the sac ground out. Raiders now up 3-0. Thompson gets the job done. Bases cleared now with 2 outs for Howie Reister digging in.
Now coming up to bat, number 9, Aaron Reister.
Reister digging in from the right side of the plate. The catcher looking to get something going with 2 outs. Keinrauk on deck. Boddicker back out of the windup. The pitch on the way. Taken outside. Boddicker definitely deals better out of the windup. Raiders trying to get runners on and make him make mistakes with that slide step out of the stretch. The 1-0 on the way to Reister. Swung on, grounded. Hot shot off. Takes a bad hop. A horrible hop there to the third baseman, and Reister reaches aboard. What a hop there. It hit a lip, something in the dirt. Just crept up on the third baseman, and now Aaron Reister gets aboard. His courtesy runner will be Jack Pribble for the catcher as Kyan Rauk will dig in.
Yeah, we saw them doing a lot of field maintenance to this field, obviously all the way up to in and out. And a bad hop ate up the third baseman there, but Raiders will take another runner on in the first inning.
A base hit there for Reister. As you said, they did a lot of field maintenance. There was a lot of rain, threat of the game getting called off, but obviously we're here playing after the 30-minute delay. Kyan Rauk will dig in with a runner on first and 2 outs. The pitch on the way to him. Swing on, grounded up the middle, and the second baseman will make a nice play to get there. He slides to get the tag at second, and Pribble was flying down, but he is retired. As we'll go to the bottom of the first. Raiders up 3-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net, or you can give us a call at 507-663-1217. Go Raiders!
Northfield Retirement Community has received higher satisfaction ratings on Minnesota's Assisted Living Report Card when compared to other assisted living facilities across the state. These high ratings in the quality of resident life and family satisfaction come directly from residents and their families. Northfield Retirement Community offers a wide variety of housing and service options that are specifically designed to meet the physical, social, and spiritual needs of aging adults. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
And we're back here As Eli Mickelson will be set to take the mound for your Northfield Raiders. As
I don't believe he's thrown a warm-up pitch.
I don't know what the holdup was. He must have got something going on, but he's coming out onto the field now. Of course, Raiders exploded for 3 runs in the top of the first inning, giving Eli Mickelson a nice early cushion. It all really started when Austin Kep hit a big double into the right center gap where no fielders could get to it. Raiders ended up playing 3 off a nice little rally there. Eli Mickelson on the mound. He steps on the rubber all the way down to the first base side as the big 3/4 arm slot comes in from basically dead center.
Yeah, when we came back, he wasn't throwing a warm-up pitch. I wonder if the ump, Mickelson probably was warming up with a game ball. Wonder if the ump just, had to take a look at it, just making sure, with everything going on these days, spider tack, a little.
I did see them checking the ball when Boddicker went out there too.
Yeah.
As there is some TV camera here, it looks like, down the right field line. So.
Yeah, I did see the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
local TV covering the Raiders here.
I think it was. Is it 6 News? There's a van right behind out the window here. And look,
little competition there for our own Jim Welbrock.
I don't even know. 6 News.
Yeah, we'll make sure to keep a lookout for that one. As Eli Mickelson on the mound for the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll have a nice little game recap on the news there. You probably could find it on a website or something. Not sure.
Carter Miller leading it off for the Stewartville Tigers. Number 7, the center fielder, digging in.
Man, how does that have to feel for Mickelson?
Oh,
for your bats to keep doing what they've been doing, putting up runs, putting up hits this whole playoff, and now you can just go out there, take all that pressure off your shoulders, and he fires in. It looked like a changeup there to start the game.
Yeah, it was some off-speed breaking pitch, maybe even. But it was definitely filthy there from Eli Mickelson. Little glove side run as he comes set with 0-1. And there's a nice changeup again, it looked like, 0-2.
I should start asking the coaches or the players what their pitch arsenal is. That would probably be pretty handy.
Some nice research to have there. The 0-2 from Mickelson. Swung on, just got a piece of it on a nasty breaking pitch there. Great job for Miller to stay alive and spoil it.
One thing to keep an eye on is obviously Stewartville now down 3-0. They're probably going to be really aggressive at the plate. Trying to get big hits, big runs, get a big spark going. That can get them back into this game.
The 0-2 swung on, flied into right center. Kaiser giving chase. Deep out there, it's carrying. Kaiser can't get to it. It's going to land for extra bases. It's a lead-off double for Miller and the Stewartville Tigers as they're trying to answer right back here in the bottom of the first. That ball just kept carrying out there with a lot of backspin. Kaiser couldn't quite track it down as now Neubauer will dig in as Stewartville trying to answer back. Raiders still up 3-0 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard, but a big double to lead it off for him.
Yeah, I think he could have heard me up here.
Yeah, he might have.
He hit it right on cue as I was talking about it. They needed a big hit, and Miller really put something into that one. Almost the exact same hit Kep had.
As pitch on the way, shows bunt. He pops it way up into the stands. Nice catch there from the fan. Playing banana ball rules, that's an out. As it'll be strike one, 0-1 the count with a runner on second base. Mickelson looking for that first out. Raiders probably not too concerned with that runner on second base. Would be nice to keep him on the base pass and stranded, but probably prioritizing the out right now. The pitch on the way, misses low and away. 1-1, Mickelson with the off speed in the dirt. We'll see if he starts going to that fastball more. Mickelson knows these are good hitters. They can attack the fastball. As he looks in on 1-1. He'll come set. Kick and fire to the plate. Grounded foul down the third baseline. Thompson was there to pick it, but it'll be a 1-2 count. And Bauer looking to get on board, driving a run maybe with the base hit. Mickelson comes set on 1-2. He'll kick and fire. Misses low and away. Reister blocks it nicely.
Looks like Mickelson's been going to that slider as a swing and miss pitch, trying to get him to chase after it. The Stewartville Tigers just not really biting for it right now.
He definitely takes quite a bit off of it sometimes, and sometimes it comes in a little harder. Maybe he also has a cutter working in there. As a 2-2 misses low and away in the dirt again. Mickelson has to attack here on 3-2.
Sometimes it only takes one pitch to get him back in that rhythm. It looks like he just hasn't found the right grip that he's looking for right now. It definitely looks like it's working, just not really locating it to his best ability.
Probably looking for an inside fastball here on a 3-2, and he goes for it, but he misses high. 2 runners on, still no outs. As the Stewartville Tigers threatening the Raiders now on the bottom of the first.
Now coming up to bat, number 10, Bo Betcher.
Now the pitcher, Bo Betcher, lefty digs in against the right-handed pitcher for the Raiders.
You got to be on your toes at third base or first base with the bunt situation.
Cahoon playing in.
Yeah, obviously. Runners on first and second, no outs.
He will show bunt, but he will pull it back on an outside pitch.
Call the ball.
Good idea there for Mickelson. That outside pitch to lefties, inside to righties was getting called a lot in the top of the first. As he looks in, still looking for that first out. The 1-0 on the way from Mickelson. Shows bunt again. He gets it down. Mickelson's going to have to field it, try to go off to first, and he'll have to hold. It's an infield single for Boddicker. They had Thompson going over to third to cover the bag, and it's a great bunt there. Mickelson didn't have a great jump at it, and the bases are loaded with no outs now for the Stewartville cleanup hitter, the first baseman, Loimer.
Yeah, Thompson obviously had to cover the bag for the out at first, but Betcher just put it in a perfect spot where he knew first baseman was come screaming down the line, and Raiders just couldn't get anything there. Mickelson obviously trusting Cahoon to make that play, but it went down the third base line. You kind of got put in a bad situation. Stewartville just put it in a perfect spot.
As the first pitch swung on, lined into left field, Kep will make the catch. Runner will come home and score as it's a 3-1 ball game, but the Raiders record the out there on a hard line out. As these balls are really carrying, the fielders still adapting to it. Kep had to backpedal a little on that one, but it'll be out number 1 recorded.
Yeah, Stewartville gets that 1 run back, but I think the good thing about it is runners on first and second didn't advance, so you don't have another threat 90 feet away. You can get a ground ball, turn 2, and get your bats going again, keep them hot.
Kep did a good job snapping it right back into third base, or the cutoff man Geiger, to keep all those runners honest. As Mickelson will come set, he kicks and fires to the left-handed batter. He gets the inside strike there on a breaking pitch. Third baseman Klug.
We talk about the Raiders. They can all pretty much hit 1 through 9. I think Stewartville probably has the same mindset going into this one. So bats are going to be hot, and pitcher's going to have to expect that.
Mickelson's fastball not really finding the zone a whole lot here in the early going. It's a 1-1 count with 1 out. He'll look in. Plug the batter. Mickelson's pitch shows bunt. Runners take off as no one's covering third base. Thompson crashed down to cover the bunt. As the pitch missed up and away, no one covered third base for Aaron Reister to throw to.
Yeah, Raiders completely flipped their bunt defense to the third base line. Stewartville coaches must have seen that they were going to rotate it like that and took full advantage of what the Raider defense was giving them.
Ooh, called ball. 3-1 the count. I heard someone from the Stewartville dugout yelling 1-1-1 for the play call there. It's a 3-1 count. Fans did not like the call on that pitch. As that one will walk him to load up the bases again with still 1 out. As Mickelson walks the batter Klug, the catcher Hebo will step up to the plate now.
Yeah, mound visit from Coach Spitzak, obviously. You need to calm him down. You got a young guy up on the mound facing some adversity right away. Really just take some deep breaths. I mean, you know you got a really good defense behind you. They're going to make a play no matter what. So just reset.
Exactly.
Get into your groove. We know what type of pitcher Mickelson is. No sweat at all from the Raiders when it comes to these type of situations.
Just a mental reset for Eli Mickelson with the bases loaded and 1 out. For the catcher Hebel, Mickelson only thrown 18 pitches. That's actually less than Mr. Boddicker on the other side has thrown.
Betcher.
Have I been saying Boddicker the whole time? I think so. It looks like Boddicker. As the catcher Hebel will dig in. Mickelson looking in. He'll come set. Kick in, fire to the plate. Misses up and in. Mickelson not getting those calls. 1-0 count. He'll look in, come set. Kick and fire to the plate. Finds it there. Good pitch there on the breaking ball, slowing it down. Coming across, you're always looking for that one pitch that you can find the zone with. Everyone assumes it's a fastball. Sometimes it is that breaking pitch or changeup. As Mickelson comes set with 1-1, he'll kick and fire to the plate. Swung on, fouled back. It'll be a 1-2 count. One and two count. 1 out on the board. Bases loaded for Stewartville. Threatening to cut back this Raider lead again. It's 3-1. Raiders up here in the bottom of the first. Mickelson comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Misses outside. Reister knocks it down. Evens it up on a 2-2 count with 1 out and the bases juiced. Mickelson will look in on 2-2. He comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Called ball, loads up the count with 1 out. Full count, 1 out, bases loaded. All important pitch on the way shortly from Mickelson. Out of the stretch, he'll look in. Guy on second base relaying the signs to the batter as called ball with the bases loaded. Oh, wow, Mickelson can't get the call, and he walks in a run with the bases loaded. As I said, Raiders need to change up the signs here, get a code going. The runner on second base is just doing a signal to the batter what the pitch on the way is. As they'll get a courtesy runner for the catcher. We're in the same helmet.
Number 9, Logan Skewstead, now running at first base.
As bases loaded still with 1 out. 3-2 the score. Raiders still up here in the bottom of the first. Mickelson comes set, kicks and fires. There's the call. Looks similar. As it'll be an 0-1 count. The 0-1 swung on, lined into left center, kept giving chase. That'll go down for extra bases. 2 runs will score as Kaiser picks it up. They'll send another to the plate. And it'll score 3. 5-3 the score on the Heritage Bank scoreboard as the Stewartville Tigers and Jelnick hit a bases loaded, bases clearing double. A massive shot from the Stewartville Tigers left fielder, scoring 3. As now Jacob Anderson will step up to the plate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That completely changed the game.
The second baseman Anderson stepping up now from the left side of the plate. Pitch on the way, shows bunt, pulls back. Back pick at second, keeps the runner honest. As Mickelson comes set, 1-0, the pitch on the way, shows bunt again, he'll pop it foul. 1-1 the count. lot of juice on these bunts from Stewartville. As Mickelson will look in. He comes set with a 1-1, 1 out. The pitch on the way. Curveball in there. Strike 2 called. 1-2 the count. Still only 1 out on the board with a runner on second base. Raiders down 5-3 here in the bottom of the first inning. Eli comes set. Reister setting up outside. The pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded. First base, Cahoon knocks it down. Good play by him. He'll step on the bag. Runner advances to third, but the Raiders get the second out of the inning. Raiders finally recording out number 2 now. As up will step the number 9 batter, Paulson.
Now coming up to bat, number 15, Grayson Paulson.
Grayson Paulson digging in from the left side of the plate again. Activity in the Raider bullpen. As Mickelson comes set. Pitch, curveball in there, strike 1, 0-1 the count. Warming up in that Raider bullpen is Michael Stewart. As Mickelson's pitch on the way, swung on, flied into right field. Melgren will make the catch. First inning finally over. Raiders go from up 3 to down by 2. 5-3 the score on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Remodeling your home is a way to breathe new life into your house, and the process can be made easy with Schmidt Homes. Their team has extensive experience in partial and total home renovations, meaning your home will be completed quickly and to your standards, allowing you to enjoy your newly renovated home with peace of mind. When you're ready to start your next project, be sure to check out Schmidt Homes' beautiful and regularly updated showroom for inspiration. Don't wait to start building your dream home. Learn more at schmidthomes.com.
And we're back for the second inning after a long first, taking up about 30 minutes as Ryan Cahoon will lead it off for the Raiders. Now down by 2, 5-3 the score on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Stewartville Tigers exploded for 5 runs in the bottom half of the first inning after a bases clearing double really got him up. It's Rourke Bennett warming up in the Raider bullpen. The lefty getting loose for the Raiders.
The second inning for Northfield, number 12, Ryan Cahoon.
The switch hitting first baseman will step up to the plate as the Raiders try to get back into this one now. Trying to get some of that momentum back as it's a big difference from the top of the first. The first pitch on the way to Ryan. Swing and a miss. Drops off the table.
Looks like the Winona Windhawks have showed up.
Yeah, Winona filing into the stands is the 0-1 on the way to Cahoon. He'll take strike 2.
Loser of this game will play winner of Owatonna and,
Winona Byron.
Winona and Byron, sorry.
0-2 the count to Ryan Cahoon. The pitch on the way from Bedeker. Swung on, fouled off. It'll remain an 0-2 count. Cahoon on 0-2, staying loose. The pitch on the way. Taking ball low in the dirt. It's a 1-2 count.
The Raiders just have to do the same thing they did last inning. Just keep putting hits together, and runs will come on the board with that.
The 1-2 swung on, fouled off again. Bedeker now throwing 31 pitches. That is one thing the Raiders have been doing nicely, working that pitch count up. There's a guy who has done a really good job limiting his pitch count. Raiders really attacking here, fouling off a lot of pitches, working the count. 1-2, the pitch on the way to Cahoon, taken high. Good take there by Ryan. 2-2 the count.
Yeah, through what, 25 last inning?
Yeah, something like that. As he'll look in. The 2-2 pitch to the Raider first baseman. Swung on, lifted into left center. Left fielder coming in, charging the fly ball. Will make the catch as it carries a little too much into his glove. Out number 1 recorded from Cahoon. As now the batter will be J.T. Groutman, the second baseman, earning his playing time here. Coming off to the bottom of the lineup, Jake Geiger, the leadoff hitter on deck for the Raiders. As the pitch on the way from Bedeker. Swung on, fouled off. Looked like he got himself on that foul pitch.
Rarely see Groutman swing at first pitch. He's a really patient batter. He'll work the count 3-2 almost every time he's up there. Found the pitch he liked.
Just couldn't quite get it. The 0-1 on the way. Swinging again. Ground ball. Third base fields it. And the throw retires Groutman for out number 2. 2 quick outs for the Stewartville Tigers, as now Jake Geiger will try to change that here. Stepping up with no one on and 2 outs.
Now coming up to bat, number 2, Jake Geiger.
Raiders looking for a nice 2-out rally as the lineup flips.
Geiger flew out on a long fly ball to left center to the center fielder, tracked down and back in the first to lead us off. As now he'll dig in. Bedeker looking in out of the windup. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Geiger shows bunt, gets it down. Bedeker picks it up, spins and throws, and Geiger beats it out. Geiger flying down the line. Bedeker thought he had time, but Jake Geiger too quick for him.
That's incredible.
That was insane. Jake Geiger absolutely flew. As Bedeker just says, oh, wow, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Just kind of gave it a shrug, just accepting the outcome there as Tegan Melgren will now dig in. Bedeker forced to work from the stretch, which is how the Raiders were able to attack him earlier. Geiger leading off first base. The back pick move to him. Gets him there. It's a little obvious because Bedeker does do a slide step when he goes to the plate and kicks up his leg when he's going to first. As he'll look into the left-handed hitter, Tegan Melgren now. Pitch on the way. Low and away. Good job by the catcher Hebel to just keep that one in. Stewartville wearing their gold jerseys with white pants. Raiders wearing their white with pinstripe. As Melgren digs in. The pitch on the way to him. Swung on. Hot shot. Shortstop fields it. He'll run over to Stewart, and he won't get him, and Tegan Melgren beats it out at first base. Jake Geiger wrecking it on the base paths. Wow, flying around. Jake Geiger disrupting the Stewartville defense.
Yeah, the Stewartville shortstop made that play last inning. I believe it was Pribble was running for Reister. And then Geiger did the same exact. He's trying to do the same thing with Geiger. Geiger, obviously, fastest guy on the Raider baseball team. Beat that out. Melgren's speed also complemented that.
Yeah, the Stewartville second baseman wasn't there to cover as the pitch on the way to Kaiser. First pitch swinging. Ooh, that was a good one for him to hit. Little up as he really liked it, but he fouls it off.
Yeah. I believe is that Neubauer at shortstop?
Yeah, Neubauer at shortstop.
I think we watched him make a couple good plays the first time we played him, so we know what type of athlete he is. He's probably made that play many times throughout the season, taking the bag himself.
Pitch on the way to Kaiser. Hot shot over the shortstop's glove. Geiger will come home, and he will score. Raiders get a runner back as the second baseman ran into Tegan Melgren on second base. I don't know what he was thinking there, but he popped right back up as Geiger scores. It's a 5-4 ball game.
Geiger Melgren
stands his ground.
Yeah, he obviously overran the bag a little bit, was going to see where the throw was going to go if he was going to advance to third, went back as the throw went back to second, and the second baseman just standing right in front of the base. I don't know what you expect.
Melgren was standing still as he just crashed into him.
Looks like he's got a broken pair of sunglasses.
as he'll walk back to his position at second base now. Anderson, the second baseman, little miscommunication there with who's stepping where, but now Austin Kep, of course, who flied the double, scoring a run earlier, the Raiders' first run of the ball game back in the first inning, will step in with 2 outs and 2 runners on. Bedeker comes set. He's thrown 40 pitches as the first pitch on the way to Austin Kep. Taken, strike 1. Good pitch to hit there. Bedeker attacking the zone.
And now the Raiders have life. Kep does the same thing he did last time. Definitely get a tie ball game. Maybe Kaiser can come around and score again.
As Kep swings through that one that drops off the table. 0-2 the count with 2 outs. As Bedeker looks in. Taking his time, he comes set. Kicks and fires to the plate. Kep swings through it. Raiders strand 2, but plate 1. Deficit down, back to 1 run. Your score is 5-4 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Section 1 AAA Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Your car is under extended warranty. There's no need to go back to the dealership. The team at Whit Brothers has dealt with every kind of extended warranty company. With a quick call, they'll know exactly what it'll take to get your repairs covered. Warranties are there to reduce stress and risk. So let Whit Brothers make actually using that warranty as easy as possible. For all your automotive maintenance and repair needs, drive to Whit Brothers Service, located at 701 Division Street in downtown Northfield.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
And we're back. Eli Mickelson out for his second inning work after some trouble in the bottom of the first inning. He had to throw 32 pitches just to get through it, allowing 5 earned runs off of some 3 walks, 3 hits allowed, including a big double. So hopefully Mickelson can find the zone here. The fastball just kind of popping out here and there, not quite finding it, but Raiders looking to find that zone. As it's back to the top of the order, leading it off will be Miller, who, of course, led it off with a big hit, a big double to lead it off for the Stewartville Tigers into right center to set the tone for him.
Yeah, as Mickelson hoping to be the first pitcher to not let in a run in back-to-back innings this game. Obviously, it's only the second inning, but
as he gets off to a good start there, getting Miller to foul off a breaking pitch. As Mickelson probably going to be throwing a lot of those for the rest of his start. Kind of lost some confidence in that fastball, just relying on those breaking pitches, and they have been working quite a bit. And so comes set the 0-1. Fastball misses inside, almost hit him.
The bats are definitely alive for both teams today. There's no question about that. Already have 7 hits in the ball game.
It's been the fastball for Mickelson that's been missing the zone, as he'll come on 1-1 and miss it there with the curveball 2-1. As it's a 2-1 count, Eli Mickelson will look in and come set against Miller. He'll kick and fire. Swung on, grounded foul, 2-2 the count. 2-2 counts to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the second inning. Raiders down with 5-4 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. As Mickelson will look in, get the sign, come set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Swung on, popped up. As calling for it, Seth Thompson will not make the catch. The ball carries out at the last second, and Seth Thompson makes a big error, allowing the runner to get on. A massive error from Seth Thompson. Not his first of the year.
Now coming up to bat, number 5, Reed Neubauer.
Now Neubauer digging in. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. as the umpire tells him, I think, don't put the mitt in his back pocket or keep it tucked in.
Yeah, we saw another umpire do that to was it Melgren?
I think it was Melgren. I think they
made him take it out and bring it to the first base coach.
I think it's if it gets hit, they don't want that to count as he'll foul bunt off.
That would make sense. It's just weird because I think the leadoff batter Miller had it in his back pocket.
Yeah, I don't know.
Umpire
Umpire just noticed, yeah.
Not have seen it.
0-1 the count with a runner on first, no outs.
Oh, I think it's the play sheet. I was gonna say I don't think the
it
sliding
didn't look like
mitts
it meant.
can really fit in the back pocket. So
0-1 count. Mickelson comes set. Shows bunt again. He gets it down third base line. Thompson picks it up, throws to first, gets out number one on a sac bunt there from Nenbauer. Executes well. Thompson gets the out. Both teams taking what they wanted on that play.
Number 10, Bo Betcher.
As it's back to Bo Betcher, the pitcher. He singled in his first at-bat. One of the 3 hits that Stewartville has recorded so far. As Betcher will dig in from the left side of the plate, runner on second and 1 out. We'll see if he goes to lay down a bunt. Mickelson comes set. Raiders aren't ready for a bunt as the pitch on the way in there, strike one. 0-1 the count. No sign from the base umpire, or from the base coach, excuse me. So he's swinging away. The 0-1 pitch from Mickelson. Just misses outside. Good pitch there on the changeup. One and 1 count with 1 out. As Mickelson comes set, he will kick and fire on the way to Betcher. Swung on, grounded through the 5-hole. Thompson couldn't get to it. They'll wave the runner home. Kep's throw. Not in time. The back pick to second. Not in time. Thompson let it just roll right under his glove as now Betcher is on second after Stewartville plates the run. Not fast to the ball there as it'll cost the Raiders a run. Now 6-4 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
yeah, I assume this grass is really watered down from all the rain we've been getting the past couple days. So the ball, once it hit that grass, basically just died. The wall is short, as we were talking about in the game. So if you can see where Austin Kep is playing in the field, it's a long, long run, especially when that ball dies. So Stewartville obviously recognizing that and sending the runner home, making it a play at the plate, and then Betcher gonna, see the run, the throw is going home. He's gonna take second base.
As that's ripped down the left field line, but foul. The batter is, of course, Loimer, who ripped a hard fly ball earlier in the game.
Yeah, the first game the Raiders had played against Stewartville, AJ had an interview with the coach. He said I think it was AJ that had the interview with the coach first time, but they were talking about how he's one of their power hitters. Put out a couple this year, probably more than a couple, but
the 0-2 swung on, popped up. Cahoon giving chase in a long foul territory. He'll throw off the glasses, and Cahoon makes the catch for out number 2. High pop up. He stays under it and makes it look easy there in foul territory. Wynn not picking up that one. As now stepping up to the plate will be Jace Klug. Left-handed batter stepping up to the plate. Pitch on the way. Swung on a miss. Blows it by him. Wow. Mickelson dials up the heat as every fan in the stands just noticed that the score was off on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I don't know why every fan decided at once to start yelling.
Yeah. Jeez.
0-1 count. The pitch on the way. Curveball misses low.
Obviously, We would have corrected it later on in the game, but
making sure it's honest.
Yeah.
1-1 the count. Mickelson comes set with 2 outs. Pitch on the way, swung on, popped foul. 1-2 the count.
I just don't like when that happens.
I know.
Like all the fans,
I get it,
You
but
yell
like-
at the announcer, like he's a human too. You can walk up, ask him politely, like, hey.
Yeah. One guy walked up and said, "Hey, didn't they score?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
Yeah.
And then 5 people started yelling.
Yeah. But it's all right.
1-2 the count. Mickelson comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. And called strike 3. He rings him up. Mickelson gets the out. Stewartville strands a runner. We're going to the 3rd inning. Raiders down by 2. 6-4 the score on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Community banking at its best. Whether you are looking to improve your financial future, planning to buy a new home, or considering a mortgage, Heritage Bank in Northfield can help. Our ability to make decisions locally provides you the highest level of service at competitive rates. Your finances and home are important to you, and having a staff that you can trust makes all the difference. We make banking easy with real estate specialists and loan officers ready to help you. Stop by Heritage Bank on Highway 3 or contact us at heritagebankmn.com and see how the professionals at Heritage Bank can help you build your future.
You have a brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
And we're back for the 3rd inning here. Raiders down 6-4 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Raiders down by the same deficit that they came into the 2nd inning with, but it feels a lot different as Eli Mickelson was able to get the out there on a nice strike 3 call. So Raiders have a little bit of more momentum now coming into this 3rd inning with Seth Thompson leading it off for your Northfield Raiders with Aaron Reister on deck behind him. As they have done a really good job at working Bedeker's pitch count. He's thrown 43 through 2 innings, so that's something that they have really, really obviously emphasized, as throughout the season they've done a really good job working the pitch count, as now we'll see how they can attack or continue to work. As Bedeker, as their coach said, he's thrown 3 complete games in a row, but all pretty much under 80 pitches. Now Raiders trying to stop him now.
Yeah, the coach had emphasized, obviously, that they've been keeping the pitch counts low for Bedeker. He's been throwing in the 80s, probably low 70s, maybe even high 80s. I have no idea. I haven't looked. But if it comes down to that, Raiders can work that pitch count, try to get another arm in there.
As the pitch on the way from Bedeker swung on, fouled off from Seth Thompson. Oh, 0-1 the count to the Raider 3rd baseman. The pitch on the way misses inside, 1-1. One count. Thompson digging in to lead us off in the 3rd inning. The pitch on the way from the lefty. Swung on, grounded. High chopper, first base. Can't get a glove on it. A nice base hit there from Seth Thompson, putting the ball in play, recognizing the field conditions not great after the weather, and he gets it done.
Now coming up to bat, number 9, Aaron Reister.
I assume that goes down as an error?
That's a hit, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a scorer's decision.
Gray zone.
But we'll score it a hit for our Raiders.
True.
As Seth Thompson leading off first base. Back pick to him. He's back easy. Aaron Reister, the catcher, digging in for the Raiders. As Bedeker looks in, comes set. He'll slide step to the plate, miss high. As it looks like it was scored an error in game changer. And they just took it back.
They gave him the hit?
They gave him the hit.
Okay.
As Reister will ground a ball. That's the third baseman. They're going to wave Thompson to third. Reister digging for second. Nope, they'll hold him up there as he didn't get a good jump on it. As Howie Reister with a nice single there.
Spitzak was waving Thompson to third, but
left fielder did a great job.
Personal decision to stop at second, probably
I think he did put up the sign as he was rounding.
Smart decision. You definitely don't want to make that first out at third base.
I think Spitzak did throw up the hold-up sign. As now Jack Pribble will lead off on first, running for Aaron Reister, and Kyan Rauk, the big DH, will step in to the box. Rauk, I believe, coming in at 6'8" on the season. As Bedeker comes set, Rauk showing bunt, and he will connect foul. Stewartville having the first baseman charge down the line, pitcher covering the third base line. A little easier with the lefty to throw down to third base, covering that line. As they're trying to cut down that lead runner here in a 2-score game. Rauk will dig in. He showed the bunt really earlier. As Bedeker comes set, he'll show again the pitch. He gets it down the first base line, but foul.
Wow. I don't even know how he
I don't know how he got
put the
that
bat on that ball.
It probably would have been a smarter idea to pull back and let it hit your shin, but Rauk was committed to the bunt.
Oh, when you try to get it down at all costs, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, that's usually the motto when going in. Really impressive.
Yeah, I can't believe he got that down.
Yeah.
Especially for a guy Kyan Rauk's stature. But now he'll have an 0-2 count. He'll be swinging away against the lefty.
Rauk had a good hard ground ball up the middle. Shortstop took it, made his own play.
Back pick to second. Thompson back easy.
That was that Jack Pribble play we were talking about. Geiger did it again the next inning, but beat it out.
Yeah. Crazy play by Jake Geiger on that one. As the 0-2 count. Bedeker comes set. He'll kick and fire to Rauk. Ground ball shortstop. He'll flip on second for one. The throw back to first. Dug out for the double play. Stewartville turns two as Thompson advances to third base. Now with 2 outs after Kyan Rauk grounds into a double play from the shortstop. Good play there from Stewartville. Good solid defense. And then Bauer flipping it to Anderson, throwing back to Leumer. As now Ryan Cahoon will dig in with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position, trying to capitalize.
Cahoon was the leadoff last inning. Worked the count pretty well. A couple foul balls, and then ultimately flew out to left field.
Pitch on the way. He misses in the dirt. Thompson doesn't go. Catcher did a good job faking like he blocked it.
It'd be huge for the Raiders to get one here. Just keep. If they get another one, they've scored every single inning. That would still be huge.
Pitch on the way to Cahoon. In the dirt again. Catcher corrals it. 2-0 the count with JT Groutman, the 9-hole batter, on deck.
We've seen Cahoon get a hold of some this year.
As he'll step in. Bedeker comes set. Slide step to the plate. Cahoon line drive center field through for a base hit.
Beautiful base hit.
Cahoon pulls through for the Raiders.
I don't think you could ask for a better 2-out base hit than putting it right over the second baseman's head.
Picture perfect from Ryan Cahoon. Delivering it looks like a jam shot, but really he just got the bat on it perfectly. Elevating exactly where they weren't. It's now back to a 1-run game.
Probably just went right off the end of the bat. It's probably still got a decent amount of the barrel on it. But yeah, I mean that could not have been a better hit.
1-0 the count to JT Groutman as he'll step in. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Groutman well ahead of it on a fastball as well. As he'll try to reel that one back in. He was swinging for all of it. 1-1 count with 2 outs. Bedeker comes set. The pitch to the plate. Swung on, ripped into left field. That'll go for extra bases for Groutman. It's fair, just on the line. As he will pull into second. Cahoon at third with a 2-out double for the Raiders.
Wow. We've seen Groutman this year hit a lot of the exact same hit, but it was foul.
Third baseman trying to appeal the foul decision. It bounced on the line, it looked like, as Cahoon pulls into third. He lost the helmet right at third as JT Groutman with a nice double there. Stewartville coach will check to make sure with the umpire just to cover all grounds. Why not?
Yeah, you can't really overturn that.
You might as well. No
Yeah.
point not, but it'll be a double for JT Groutman. 2 runners in scoring position for Jake Geiger.
Wow. And now Geiger put in a huge situation here to have the Raiders take the lead.
Yeah.
The lead is on second base, and you have, a really hot hitter in Jake Geiger. Obviously beat out that little dribbler, and then beat out the fielder's choice to second base on back-to-back at-bats. But had a super hard hit ball to the center fielder first at-bat of the game. Gave it a really good ride, but center fielder's speed caught up to the ball. So Geiger now batting the third time this game in the third inning.
As Geiger will probably look to pull a ball as the third baseman playing not really that far in. If he can hit a chopper to him, Geiger might be able to capitalize on a hop or just fly down the line as the 2-0 pitch taking strike one. Jake waiting for that first strike now.
Oh, yeah, he'll always wait for his pitch.
That's Bedeker's 60th pitch on the game here, only in the top of the third with 2 outs. As he'll wait to step on the mound, Raiders really working that pitch count.
Yeah, I'm sure Mickelson, he's probably just below what Bedeker was at the beginning of this inning, but he won't be probably too far behind. I have no idea what he's at.
Yeah, he's at 49.
So
pretty much the exact same.
Yeah, so he will not be very far behind with a 1-2-3 inning probably, throwing 10 pitches.
The pitch on the way to Jake Geiger, called strike, and he knew it. Loads up the count, 3-2.
3-2, 2 outs.
Does look like Jake's looking to pull a ball, at least on that last one.
Well, Geiger's such a great athlete. He knows what the strike zone is. He's already up to bat twice this game. He knows what to swing at, what not to swing at.
His stance was open. The pitch was a little out over the plate, and he realized he wasn't in a great position for it. But now the full count, he'll fly ball into right field. Right fielder giving a long chase, and he will make the catch on the line. A great catch from Paulson out in right field for Stewartville to stop a run or two from coming home. Raiders do plate one, but strand 2 in scoring position. We're going to the bottom of the third. Raiders down 6-5 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Dr. Michael Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Like many of you, I recently had cataract surgery and I am loving it. My vision has never been better. Driving at night is fun again, and I wake up in the morning and see. And now you're wondering, which doctor did I choose? Short answer is both. Dr. Miller fixed one eye and Dr. Reinsbach operated on the other. They are both great people and fabulous surgeons. I trust them implicitly, and you can too, but just pick one.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
Northfield Insurance offers more than just home and auto. They offer business insurance, health insurance, life insurance, and bonds as well. They have a combined 147 years of experience across 6 employees to make sure that you are getting the best possible insurance for your exact needs. Not only will they protect what's yours, they'll make sure that you're cared for like family. Find out how you can get the right insurance for you at nfldins.com or by calling 507-645-8861. Northfield Insurance Agency. They've got you covered.
And we're back for the bottom of the third inning. Eli Mickelson again on the mound for the Northfield Raiders. He's thrown 49 pitches through the first 2 as he'll try to limit that pitch count coming out against these Stewartville batters. He's back towards the bottom of the order now as digging in will be Jelnick, who of course doubled for 3 runs back in the first.
Leading off the bottom of the third for the Tigers, number 12, Luke Hebel.
Oh, it will be Luke Hebel, excuse me. Luke Hebel in front of him, who drew a walk back in the first inning and came around to score on that double. Jelnick on deck.
Now that we're seeing the pitch count get up in the 50s and 60s, we're getting pretty active bullpens. Stewartville's bullpen is getting active. I could not catch the number. It's either 8 or a 9.
Yeah,
they're both listed a pitcher on the roster that we got from the Minnesota High School Baseball League.
There's a car alarm going off as Mickelson comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Swung on a miss, gets strike one.
Yeah, that's definitely not a very annoying car alarm at all.
Just hoping it's not mine.
Hopefully it's not mine. I don't know. If it is, then everyone's going to have to suffer through the pain of it.
0-1 count, ripped into center field, but Kaiser is there. It hung up too long on a hard-hit ball. Hebel gave it a ride, but Kaiser makes the catch out in center field. A nice hit ball from Hebel. As now Drew Jelnick will step into the box. Yeah. Oh, they got it. As now the ground ball, shortstop. Geiger fields it cleanly. The throw into first on a rocket as they'll retire Jelnick for a quick out. 1-2 punch there from Mickelson, trusting the defense. Raiders getting it done for 2 quick outs. Jacob Anderson now the second baseman, who of course lost his glasses earlier. He lost his glasses. They broke off of him when he accidentally collided with Tegan Melbourne at second base. He'll dig in from the left side of the plate, and Mickelson with a backdoor curve finds it there. Eli finding the zone now.
This would be huge if Mickelson can get out of this 1-2-3.
Would be the first time his team didn't score in a half of a frame. As he'll show bunt, get it down the third base line. Thompson picks it up bare hand. The throw on to first. Not in time. Good throw by Seth Thompson.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal throw by Thompson, but
Anderson beats it out.
This Stewartville team has to practice bunting every day in practice.
They have a lot of confidence in their bunts.
They're phenomenal at it. They place it in the perfect spot, and they know exactly where the defense isn't going to be when they place a bunt down. Definitely, you can tell it's been practiced a lot of times.
Thompson had a very athletic throw from third base, as now Mickelson will miss outside to Paulson, the batter.
And if it hasn't been practiced,
wow,
that's also probably more impressive.
As Mickelson will look into Paulson. It'll take a little bit to get the sign and come set. Kick and fire to the plate. As that ball misses inside, runner will take off. Massive backstop here at Markson Park.
It reminds me a lot of Seckler in Northfield, this big backstop.
A lot of foul room as well. As now it'll be a 2-0 count with a runner on second base and 2 outs. Mickelson comes set. He'll kick and fire on the way. Fouled off, 2-1. Paulson fouling off of high fastball. Anderson leading off second base. As Mickelson comes set, he'll kick and fire. Swing and a miss, strike 2 recorded.
And here comes the twos chant from Northfield, I assume. Come here.
It's when they're batting is usually when they do it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's bad luck or something to do it when you're pitching, or if it's just the guys in the field who usually do it. Either way, it's a 2-2 count with 2 outs, runner on second base in the bottom of the third inning. Mickelson kicks and fires. Runner takes off. Pitch misses inside. No throw attempt by Reister. Now a full count with the runner 90 feet away. Anderson swipes third base with no contest. As Mickelson will look in with a full count. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Swung on, fouled off. We'll do it again. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Runner 90 feet away. Stewartville trying to score. Stewartville currently up 6-5 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. As Mickelson looks in, he comes set, kicks and fires, and he walks him with a full count. And that'll turn the lineup card over back to the top of the order with Miller stepping up to the plate.
Now coming off to bat, number 7, Carter Miller.
Yeah, just like Geiger, Miller is also batting for the third time this game in the third inning.
Runners on the corners with 2 outs. Mickelson looking to strain him. Miller looking to bring him in. Mickelson at 61 pitches now. As Paulson leads off first base, Mickelson will look in. Take a peek at the runners. Take plenty of time to come set. Now coming, and runner takes off. First pitch in there, strike 1. No contest from Reister. Paulson swipes second. No throw attempts by Reister. No look even. As it'll be an 0-1 count. Mickelson looking in, coming set. He kicks and fires to the plate. In there, strike 2, 0-2. Oh, 0-2 count. Eli looks in, shakes off the sign, comes set. On 0-2, he kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Mickelson strands 2 in scoring position. As we'll go to the 4th inning, Raiders down by 1. A great inning from Eli Mickelson on the board. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Heritage Dental Care in Northfield is a general dental clinic specializing in a variety of dental procedures and services. New patients and emergencies are welcomed 5 days a week. Heritage Dental Care is a proud supporter of Northfield Athletics and wish all of our athletes the best of luck this season. Make an appointment today with Dr. David Bress, Dr. David Buck, or Dr. Michael Thompson. Go Raiders!
And we're back. Tegan Melgren set to lead us off up against Bo Bedeker. Bedeker has only struck out 2, one of them being Melgren. But, of course, Tegan was able to reach first base on a wild pitch, which came around to score the first run of the ball game. As now he'll dig in. Raiders down by 1 in the top of the 4th. Bedeker thrown quite a few pitches coming into this inning at 63, 41 of them for strikes. Thrown 2 wild pitches on the game as Tegan Melgren will step in. He is technically 0 for on the game, but of course did reach on the drop third strike back in the first inning.
And on the fielder's choice, the one where they went to Geiger, so he's reached on base twice, but doesn't have a hit in this game.
As Bedeker gets the call on that one, 0-1 the count. Curveball low and away, hitting that corner. As now he'll go out of the windup. The 0-1 pitch. Taking strike 2. Bedeker works a lot better out of the windup than the stretch, as Tegan Melgren will try to get on board and make him work out of that slide step. The 0-2 pitch on the way shortly from Bedeker, as he'll kick and fire to the plate. Swing, ground ball, high chopper. First base clear, fields it on a nice hop there. Only one long hop as Tegan Melgren is retired. Good idea there from Tegan on 0-2, just putting the ball in play with a little chop. A little too much on it, as now Cam Kaiser will step in with 1 out and no one on. He drew a walk in his last plate appearance. Also has recorded a hit. His box score is 1-1-1-1 with an at-bat, run scored, hit, RBI, and a walk. Let's pitch in. That'll hit him. No, it didn't. Cam Kaiser with some dancing there at the plate. Cam avoids a hit by pitch somehow.
Wow, that's
insane.
Unbelievable. I've never really seen that in all my years of watching
might
baseball.
have gone through him. That'll get called low and away. Umpire didn't like how much you danced around.
Interesting.
As Cam might bring out the 9-iron here on 1-1. The pitch on the way. Swung on, flied into center field. Too much under it. Miller will camp under and make the catch. Can of corn for out number 2.
Sound like he kind of got jammed there a little bit.
Yeah, he definitely
did. Hit.
Now coming up to bat, number 18, Austin Kep.
Austin Kep digging in now. Bedeker just shy of 70 pitches. He's been working through this one fast. Raiders looking to continue to drive that pitch count up. Still activity in the Stewartville bullpen.
Yeah, it looks like a different guy's warming up now. The other guy had a sleeve on.
Has kept first pitch swinging. Foul ball off the end of the bat. Good idea there.
Definitely making sure everyone's ready and warm before they come into the game.
It's an 0-1 count. The pitch on the way. Dugout chanting for him. Curveball drops in, misses high. Kep gets the call on that one. Austin Kep looking to do some damage for the Raiders. He's 1 for 2 on the game. He also has an RBI in that big double back in the first, as that'll miss low in the dirt. 2-1 the count.
Struck out on a pitch in the dirt last time he was up.
As the 2-1 on the way to Austin Kep. Swung on a high fly ball. Shortstop camping under in the infield, dancing around for it. Will make the catch. Raiders set down 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th inning. We're going to the bottom half. Raiders down 6-5 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Andy Olson, Community Resource Bank is a pillar in the local community, providing banking, lending, and investment services. Our team continues to be a financial resource to families and businesses. With decades of trusted experience, our team is committed to your financial needs. We're here to work together with you on any project, big or small. Our success comes from our dedicated, knowledgeable, and professional employees. Stop by one of our 2 Northfield locations to see a smiling and familiar face. Community Resource Bank. Let's bank together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Barb from Professional Dental Group, letting you know that the doctors and staff of Professional Dental Group are proud to call themselves Northfield Raiders sports fans. Whether scheduling for an implant, mouth guard, or general visit, we look forward to providing you with the same exceptional care that Professional Dental Group has delivered for over 45 years. So on behalf of Dr. Becky Johnson, Dr. John Nowak, Dr. Brian Cravey, Dr. Tyler Yonke, and Dr. Mallory Peterson, go Raiders!
And we're back here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Eli Mickelson on the mound for the Northfield Raiders as he will continue to work up against the Stewartville Tigers. Currently, the Raiders are down 6-5 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard, as we'll see how they can attack. Leading off for Stewartville on the inning, it looks like it will be I think it's Loimer leading it off for him. Or no, it'll be Nenbauer, Boddicker, Loimer leading off for the Stewartville Tigers in the bottom of the 4th inning.
The 4th inning for Stewartville, number 5, Reed Neubauer.
As Nenbauer will step in, Mickelson comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Swung on, ripped into left field. That will slice and go foul. As Nenbauer, first pitch swinging, gives it a ride. As it'll be 0-1 count. Long strike on Nenbauer. As Mickelson will look in. He'll come set. Kick and fire to the plate. Swung on, grounded left side. Geiger picks it. Throw on to first. Off balance. Brings Cahoon well off the bag. Good job by Ryan Cahoon to come off and pick it up.
Jake Geiger making that play on third base. Probably a ground ball for Seth Thompson to make a play, but Geiger comes in, has to make a super, super long throw.
As Raiders are going to take a mound visit now. Not sure if this is pitch count related, but Mickelson now at 66.
Looks like is that the day for Mickelson?
We haven't seen recent activity much in the Raider bullpen. I think it's just a...
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, that'll be Eli Mickelson's day, as we'll see who comes in for the Raiders now. Eli Mickelson will exit the game after going 3 innings for the Raiders and coming out in the 4th. We're going to take an ad break. We'll be back after this pitching change. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
Graduating class. Your hard work is paid off and you're moving forward to bigger and better things. Whether you're going to college, joining the workforce, or joining the service, we wish you the best of luck. From all of us at Raider Automotive and Valley Auto House, congratulations, Raiders. You've done it.
All right, here with Coach Dave from the Owatonna Huskies. Coach, tough loss against Mayo last week. How do you bounce back here tonight against the Raiders?
Yeah, Mayo's a good team. In our coaching staff's estimation, Mayo and Northfield are the two kind of cream of the crop teams in the conference. We actually played a pretty darn good game for our group. You know, hard was a one.
And we're back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. JT Groutman out on the mound for the Northfield Raiders. Aiden Molesky taking over at second base, as Aiden will step in. JT Groutman will step on the mound. And stepping up will be Bo Bedeker. Stepping onto the mound as Mickelson comes set. He kicks and fires. Runner takes off. Shows bunt. Research throw down. Offline. As Molesky can't pick it, it's going into center field. Runner will take off again, and he'll take third base. Snowball fight out there on the base paths as the throwing error allows Nenbauer to get to third base with no outs for Bo Bedeker. JT Groutman facing some quick adversity now, as the left-handed hitter Bedeker will step up to the plate. As Bedeker currently 2 for 2, has an 0-1 count. The pitch on the way to him. Misses low, 1-1 the count. One count to the pitcher, Bo Bedeker. Groutman looking in. He'll come set. And he'll kick and fire to the plate. And miss just inside. Reister was set up outside, had to come back in, and couldn't get a good frame on it. Two and one count. Groutman kicks and fires. Ground ball speared by Groutman as he'll throw into first. The runner on third was sitting down on the ground as Groutman stared at him, and he takes the out at first. A smart play there.
I didn't even see it hit the ground. I thought it was a line drive right at Groutman, but
yeah, it was just a quick hop. JT Groutman with an athletic play. As Loimer will step up now. As Groutman just kind of stared at the runner on third, and he fell to his knees. As now the big first baseman Loimer will dig in. We've had some excess audio in our ears for this inning, so finally got that out. The pitch on the way, curveball in there, strike 1-0 on the count. Groutman getting ahead. As Leumer, the batter, looking to turn on one. Groutman coming set with 0-1. He'll kick and fire to the plate, infield in. Pitch is fouled off, 0-2 the count. Infield is in, but they have a mini shift on. Molesky playing more up the middle than you would traditionally expect a second baseman to play. Geiger playing more towards third base with kind of covering third in case of emergency. As Groutman will come set, he'll kick and fire to the plate. Swing and miss. The appeal. They keep trying to appeal, but the base umpire isn't going there. He finally goes, and he says, no, he did not. 1-2. I thought the catcher was able to appeal, but I guess not. As it's a 1-2 count with one out, runner on third base. Groutman comes set. The pitch on the way. In there, strike 3, rings him up. JT Groutman freezes him on the fastball, low and away. Now 2 outs in the books. Infield will go back to their regular positioning as Klug will dig in. Or Klug, excuse me.
Now coming up to bat, number 3, Jace Klug.
Jace Klug, the third baseman, stepping up for Stewartville. It's a 6-5 ball game. Stewartville still up. Raiders looking to keep it that way going into the 5th inning. Groutman kicks and fires and misses inside. JT Groutman trying to get out of the jam here. And so he'll come set. And he'll kick and fire to the plate as fastball misses low and inside. Again, Reister set up on the outside, not in a good position to frame it. (2-0 the count. The pitch on the way, curveball well outside. Pops out of Groutman's hands. It'll be a 3-0 count to Klug. On deck batter is Hebel, who is 0 for 1, but does have an RBI on a walk. As the pitch on the way, 3-0, now 3-1. Groutman finding the zone, staying confident with the fastball. Three and 1 the count. Groutman comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. In there, strike 2. Groutman battles back to load up the count with a runner on third base and 2 outs. Runner 90 feet away. Stewartville looking for an insurance run. Raiders looking to keep it a 1-run game. Groutman comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. And called ball low. Groutman thought he had it. He'll squat down with a smile on his face, and there will be runners on the corners with 2 outs. Fans getting into it here.
Now coming up to bat, number 12, Luke Hebel.
As Luke Hebel will be the batter, the catcher digging in from the right side of the plate. Groutman looking over to the runner. He'll come set. Runner takes off early, and he's laying down. Oh, he fell for it as they will score a run on it on an early steal. They get the out, but a runner scores for Stewartville. Klug fools the Raiders. It's a play that is practiced every once in a while. Raiders not expecting it as they pull it off. As we'll go to the 5th inning. Raiders now down 7-5 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball at NorthfieldLive.com.
That dry eye symptoms continue to get in the way of enjoying what your world has to offer. Although dry eye can be hard to treat and difficult to manage with over-the-counter eye drops, you're not out of options. River Valley Eye Professionals is very pleased to offer the OptiLight Intense Pulse Light Treatment, the first and only FDA-approved light-based treatment for dry eye. We're the only facility in the area with this technology and expertise to perform this amazing treatment. Find out more at rvep.com. River Valley Eye Professionals. Don't miss seeing your world.
Northfield is a unique town with passionate people. So much passion that it can be hard to keep up. That's why, if you're into art, local politics, sports, or anything else, Northfield Public Broadcasting is here to serve you. NPB is a free public access local television station that accepts submissions on anything you care about. NPB is a place to hear community voices and to share your own voice. Check it out.
And we're back. Bo Bedecker out on the mound again. Leading off for the Raiders will be Seth Thompson. Stewartville was able to play to run with one of the classic truck plays with the runner on first, with the corners runner on first falling down with an early steal and then drawing the throw over there to get into pickle and the runner on third being able to take home. But now Bo Bedecker will be out on the mound again. Raiders down by 2 here in the top of the 5th. Really trying to get back into this one. Do not want to wait here all day just to play again.
For the Raiders, number 8, Seth Thompson.
It is kind of weird that the winner's bracket plays first instead of second, instead of the consolation or the loser's bracket playing before them, then the winners get to go right into that next one instead of having to wait around.
Yeah, probably to give them rest.
I feel like it more gives an advantage to the loser's bracket, though, just with the mental cool down and speeding back up. As first pitch to Thompson, uncompetitive swing there.
I don't know, because then the loser's bracket would have to, you're technically playing 14 innings in a row. You know, you're only getting it's like a doubleheader type of feeling. This, you'd get that rest in between, get the legs.
I think I'd rather play a doubleheader than 7, wait 2 hours, and then, ooh, Thompson hit right in the back.
But hopefully the Raiders don't have to worry about that, and they can get on that bus and go home and have a good Saturday.
Of course, that game will be played between Winona and Byron. Winona has been waiting here since about the first inning. And I think I saw a bus I thought was Byron, but I guess not.
They had to have a Markusen burger, obviously.
He had to come up early and get the Markusen burger. Aaron Reister digging in. Bedecker misses low in the zone. Now throwing 76 pitches.
And sometimes the coaches, they do want to get the teams here early so they know that they're at the game. They're paying attention. And second off, there is a good game going on in front of them. Obviously, they'll play the loser of this game. Yeah. Byron fans are starting to trickle in here, so I assume the team will be here shortly for them, unless they're already here. Just not on
meeting somewhere. As Reister will swing there on 2-0, he'll pop it up. That will be slice and foul and well out of play. 2-1 the count now to the Raider catcher. No outs, run around first base. Reister looking to drive the ball, keep the line moving. Raiders want to keep Bedecker in the stretch for as long as they can. As a pitch on the way to Reister, swing on, line drive into left field. Left fielder going over his head, and that ball is out of here! Aaron Reister, 2-run shot! Absolutely hammered. Hasta luego. Raiders tie it up on an Aaron Reister home run.
What a hit from Aaron Reister. We saw him do the same. We saw him have a huge hit in a game about 2 weeks ago to it would have been a basic clearing double, walk off to the 10-run rule, and he did the same exact thing, put it over the fence, and look at that tie ball game.
Take a bow, young man. Howie Reister pulls through and ties it up.
They're going to need a curtain call after that one.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the cheers to start picking up here. As now, with a game tied 7-7 apiece, Raiders have the momentum as Kyan Rauch digs in. Pitch misses outside. First base coach Groutman motioned for someone to get loose at least, or maybe just for JT to stay warmed up. It will be Seth Thompson going off to the bullpen. The pitch on the way to Kyan Rauch. Lined into right field. That'll slice down. That'll go for a base knock. Rauch diving for 2. He'll be going, and he will pull into second.
And there's the wheels from Kyan Rauch.
The fastest man alive pulls into second with a double, and the Raiders keep it moving up against Bedecker.
Wow, this Raider team just caught fire.
Raiders keeping it going, having fun, as Kyan Rauch will get a pinch runner on second base.
And
Dylan Morrow.
We'll have a mound visit I think this is the first mound visit for Stewartville, so I'd be very surprised, especially with somebody just casually walking down to the bullpen, that we won't have a pitching change.
Number 9.
You'd think with the Raiders putting Stewartville in a little bit of trouble, you'd have some hustle down to that bullpen, but I guess not.
As it'll be...
we will see a pitching change.
And that will be Bo Bedeker's day, a good one.
Betcher is going to the dugout. He gets a new glove. I assume he's a great athlete. We'll see him back in the outfield.
Looks like he's moving to left field. His name's Betcher? You just been letting me say it wrong the whole time?
Oh, I've corrected you like 3 times this game, but I just can't keep doing it.
You can't keep doing it. All right, well, we'll have a pitching change. We'll take an ad break, and we'll be back here. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level with support that matches.
He scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow.
And they score. Raiders take the lead.
Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level.
Huge first takedown. He's got his...
with support that matches.
He breaks the tackle. And he scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow. Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level with support that matches.
He breaks the tackle. And he scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow. Section 1 AAA, where champions are grown on the field, in the classroom, and beyond. Competition at the highest level
That's a kill by him.
with support that matches.
He scores the touchdown. Play at the net by Kellen McDowell. I got the goal.
And gets the pin. He scores.
Double play.
Holy cow.
And we're back just in time. First pitch on the way from the new pitcher. Misses outside. The new man on the mound is Logan Skustad. As Ryan Cahoon will dig in. 1-0 pitch on the way. Misses outside to Cahoon. Dylan Morrow running for Kyan Rauk on second base after Rauk sliced a double down the right field line. As the 2-0 pitch on the way to Ryan Cahoon misses outside, 3-0.
Who did they say was coming in to pitch for him?
I believe that's... Oh, it's not number 9. That's number 9 who was warming up. Let's see. It is Klug.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought I heard Klug come into the game.
As that will be a 4-pitch walk to Ryan Cahoon. Klug walks Cahoon. As now JT Groutman will dig in.
And Groutman had that giant double.
Yeah. What a shot from JT Groutman earlier.
Unfortunately, him and Cahoon got stranded on second and third back in the third inning. And Groutman, if he does that again, definitely taking the lead for the Raiders.
Of course, Dylan Morrow, the speedy runner on second base. The pitch on the way to Groutman. He shows bunt. He'll get it down, as that will advance the runners on a sack bunt from JT Groutman with no outs. A smart play there from the Raiders, getting the go-ahead run 90 feet away and an insurance run right behind him.
And taking out that double play ball.
Yeah.
Coming up to bat, number 2, Jake Geiger.
And the lineup card flips over. The shortstop, Jake Geiger, digs in. And it's not a whole lot where you would think you might bunt again, but
you never know.
It's always a possibility. But you also, Jake Geiger is the one guy who, with his wheels, you don't see him bunt because he could lift a ball over that 397 sign.
but Geiger had a really big rip into the right field corner. It was almost like perfectly in the corner, and the right fielder tracked that one down.
As that'll be strike one. 0-1 the count with one out.
As Reister really set the tone this inning.
Oh, he changed the whole game. As Geiger will foul that one off. 0-2 the count. Bangs off the roof here.
Here comes the Byron Bears. Is that their team?
That's got to be.
I think those are the youth kids.
Yeah, those are the brothers coming in. 0-2 count to Jake Geiger. The pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded up the middle. As the runner will come home, the tag applied, and he is out at home plate. Dylan Morrow tries to be aggressive. Spitzak sends him, and it costs the Raiders an out there. Now runners on the corners with 2 outs in a tie game as Tegan Melgren will step in. A little too aggressive. He wanted to wait for the throw first.
Yeah. They tried to speed him up, make him have a play at the plate. Stewartville, you always try to make a team. You got to make your best play, and Stewartville did. Some of the times you'll get an error on that, or bad throw. You can beat the throw into home, especially with a speedy guy. But Stewartville played it nice. So I wonder if the Raiders could take a trick out of the Stewartville book and do the same thing with the first and third. Speedy Geiger kind of has a short lead though.
I'm not sure if that's a part of it. As first pitch in there, strike one, delayed steal from Geiger.
I was going to say, there's got to be a trick to it. I've never seen him take that short of a lead before.
Or he was trying to draw a throw.
Now Melgren put in a huge situation with runners in scoring position.
Seth Thompson is off to the side doing either resistance bands or medicine ball throws. As the pitch on the way to Tegan Melgren, swung on, fouled off of himself. As that'll be 0-2 count now. Melgren walking that one off. Looked like it hit off the top of the foot. As he'll look to turn on one. Of course, the right fielder has shown plenty of range in this game, but if Tegan Melgren can rip a fly ball, it can go about as far as any other ball hit on this team. The 0-2 pitch on the way to Tegan Melgren. Kicks and fires in the dirt. Klug misses low as Melgren works it to a 1-2 count.
What a great take. I mean, you see a challenging pitch like that. Your team's been on a roll in this inning. You always want to keep that going, and he has the discipline to not swing at that and see another pitch.
1-2, the pitch from Klug. Swung on through the 5-hole. Tegan Melgren goes the other way. They'll send the runner, and the Raiders take the lead.
Wow.
Tegan Melgren brings home the runner, and the Raiders take back the lead. Raiders are back here in the top of the fifth.
Now coming to bat, number 13, Cam Kaiser.
Now, go ahead.
I didn't know if Spitzak was going to let Geiger just come home. Obviously, the ball was already being thrown by the time before Geiger had even stepped on third, but you never know.
He gave him a hard round. I think if Geiger wanted it, he would have let him.
Yeah.
But, Jake holds up, and there's runners on the corners with 2 outs for Cam Kaiser. A perfectly hit ball from Tegan Melgren as he'll take off, and Kaiser takes ball 1.
The fastest guys on the team are on the field for the Raiders right now. You have your 3 fastest players. Hopefully we can see another triple from Kaiser. But any base hit through the infield is probably scoring 2.
As Kaiser takes strike 1, 1-1 the count from Klug. One-on-one count. Klug comes set, kicks and fires. Kaiser, fouls it off. He tried to turn on that one just a little late. An up and in pitch, hung up. Kaiser's eyes lit up a little bit, just couldn't quite stay closed and get ahead of it. One and 2 pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball right field. Right fielder giving chase, slicing foul, and out of play. Well out of play beyond that second foul line. I believe the ground rules are if it goes beyond that, it is just completely out of play. It's just kind of an imaginary fence there.
Yeah, that white line, the white post there, you cannot catch anything past that.
1-2 count. 2 outs, 2 runners in scoring position for Cam Kaiser. Klug comes set. He kicks and fires. Misses outside. 2-2 the count to Cam Kaiser. Austin Kep on deck. You can't pitch around Kaiser.
And you sure don't want to load the bases for Austin Kep.
Exactly. That's the problem these Raiders hitters give. As the hats come out from the dugout and the 2 chants rain in. Klug comes set. The 2-2 pitch to Kaiser. Swung on, grounded. Third base. Takes a bad hop on him. Geiger will score. Raiders get the insurance run. Kaiser makes the third baseman make a play. It takes a bad hop on him, and it's an infield single for Cam Kaiser. Raiders up 9-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Coming up to bat, number 18, Austin Kep.
Yeah, I'll check. It'll most likely, my gut feeling tells me it's a hit, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of a scorer's decision when it comes to. Yeah. You never know when he ranges so far over, if it's error, if it's.
As Kaiser takes off, they will throw.
Oh, my goodness.
Sails into center field. Tegan Melgren will score. It's a 10-7 ball game. Raiders take it as Stewartville decides to see if they can catch Cam Kaiser lacking.
Yeah.
The first baseman asks the catcher what he's doing.
The Raiders have done that first and third twice this inning. And stole on a delayed steal every time. Kaiser just went right away, so they thought they could catch him napping, and they definitely did not.
As Game Changer did score an error.
Okay, so error for Kaiser's hit. It definitely could have gone either way.
2-0 the count to Austin Kep.
I believe, is it Klug? Klug was the third baseman, so it's a new third baseman, and the game hasn't been making a lot of plays, obviously. This is the first inning. He's been there, so.
As Kep hits a high fly ball into right field. Right fielder camping under it, moves around and makes the catch to bring it in. Raiders strand 1, but they score 5. Now leading 10-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Champion Sports is your one-stop shop for baseball and softball gear this spring. With a wide selection of bats, gloves, and game day merch for kids and adults alike. Whether you're a Raider, Knights, or Ole fan, Champion Sports is your go-to for fan apparel and swag. Champion Sports has it all. Find us online at championsportsnorthfield.com or check us out on Facebook and Instagram to know where the latest gear is in stock. Gear up like a champion at Champion Sports.
Are you looking for funds to support your business's growth? Aaron Nibby here for Franzen Bank and Trust. Franzen offers loans and other financial services designed to meet your needs. As an SBA preferred lender, Franzen Bank can help you save time by expediting the loan process from application to funding. Franzen is also consistently named a top 504 and 7A lender in Minnesota. Start your next business adventure today at franzenbank.com/SBA. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
We're back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. JT Groutman on the mound again for the Northfield Raiders. He came in relief for the bottom of the 4th. He recorded all 3 outs after Eli Mickelson was chased. As now the Raiders, after a massive top of the 5th inning, are up 10-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Just an electric half inning for the Raiders as they have zapped the momentum out of Stewartville. We'll see if they can claw back. As JT Groutman will be on the mound for the Raiders.
Groutman kind of came in and just shut the door on Stewartville.
Did fall for the fall down, but besides that, I don't think there's anyone else in the Raiders that wouldn't have. The pitch on the way to lead us off in the bottom of the 5th. Strike 1 called. Groutman sets the tone.
I think the Raiders are very comfortable with who they got on the mound right now
Yeah.
and JT Groutman.
They had Seth Thompson loosely get up, not really competitively, but strike 2 in there for JT Groutman, as this is a guy who we might see on Wednesday again.
Yeah,
I think it'll be
probably
to
has
start.
to depend on how many pitches he'll throw.
I think it'll be him or Melgren if they get there.
I'm positive we'll see Melgren.
I'm sure we'll see Melgren in starter relief. I think it'll be a combination of those two.
Yeah. Well, when was that game? Was
Monday.
it Monday? Okay. No,
I think it was. The 1-2 pitch, flied high and foul, and it's slicing well out of play.
And it was caught.
Yeah. Raiders have a fan out there. This is why we need to play Savannah Bananas rules.
That kid has been tracking down fly balls
that kid's
the entire game. I think he's caught more balls than half of the fielders for the Raiders today.
Raiders might need to get that guy on the roster.
Yeah, I don't know who he's a fan of.
I think he is a Northfield fan. As the 1-2 just misses outside. Great 1-2 pitch from JT Groutman.
But he is loving life.
Yeah, he's living his best life out there. Hebel the batter. It's a 2-2 count from Groutman. Swung on, grounded foul into the Stewartville dugout. It'll remain a 2-2 count. Hebel's giving Groutman some competition here.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8 due up for Stewartville.
Groutman's 22nd pitch on the way. In there, strike 3 rings him up on the fastball. JT Groutman sets him down for out number 1. JT Groutman gets the strikeout, as now it'll go to the 7 batter, Drew Jelnick. Started off at left field, moved to third base with the pitching change. He committed a big error as first pitch curveball pops out of Groutman's hand and plunks him. So that'll put a runner on. Groutman recognizing that ball just kind of popped out. Groutman, you can tell that he's smiling on the mound all the way from up here in the box. As now it'll be the 8-hole hitter Jacob Anderson dig it in. The second baseman is 1 for 2 on the game. Call from the Stewartville dugout is 2-2-1.
Yeah, Groutman has a lot of confidence pitching, and he's gained a lot of confidence through this season with how well he has pitched.
As that pitch misses inside, brushes him off the plate. Runner advances to second easy. As now he's trying to reel it back in, maybe take a mile an hour off or something.
I think new ball.
Yeah.
We saw the ump say time. Give Reister a new ball.
Ump checked the new ball after that pitch as well. As it'll be a 1-0 count. Groutman looking in. Anderson the batter. Groutman taking his time, throwing off the timing. He comes set. Kicks and fires to the plate. Fastball fouled off. That's why Groutman took so long in between those pitches. He knew he could get that fastball on there and have him napping a little bit. As Groutman comes set with a 1-1 count, the pitch on the way just misses. Great pitch there with some arm side run. A little more arm side run than Reister expected. Kind of unframed it, but it'll be a 2-1 count. Groutman kicks and fires. Curveball in there, strike 2. Way to work off that last pitch. The 1-1 is a fastball with arm side run that misses outside. The next pitch is a curveball in the same spot that breaks the other way. 2-2. The pitch on the way from Groutman. Misses well outside. Reister can't get it in, and the runner will advance to third base. As Groutman misses well outside there, we'll see if he works his curveball off of that one. Raider defense obviously taking the out at first base, letting that runner score with a 3-run cushion. Full count. Groutman comes set with a runner on third. He kicks and fires to the plate, and he will walk him to put runners on the corners with 1 out. We'll see what the first and third call is.
Now coming up to bat, number 15, Grayson Paulson.
Grayson Paulson, the 9-hole batter. The right fielder who's shown off his range out on defense is 0 for 1 with a walk on the game. We'll see what happens here on 1st and 3rd. Assuming runners taken off, we'll see what the Raiders can do. Grauman comes set. Runners on the corners, one out. He kicks and fires. Runner takes off. Reister will throw down, trying to cut it off. Great pick by Jake Geiger. What a pick. As it will be strike one called. Jake Geiger with one of the most insane picks you'll ever see at second base. He just stuck his glove up there, brought it in. There's now 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out. Raider defense playing a little in. As he'll swing through that one, Grautman gets ahead 0-2. Grautman not worried about those base runners. He's ahead 0-2. 1 out, 2 runners in scoring position. Grautman comes set. Kick and fire in 0-2. And he will ring him up. Grautman sets him down looking. Paulson walks back to the dugout for out number 2. A great play there from JT Grautman as the lineup card flips over to Miller. Now with 2 outs, Raiders can focus all their energy on defense to getting that out. Grautman kicks and fires. Curveball in there, strike 1. 0-1 the count. As JT comes set on 0-1, he'll kick and fire again. And he swings through that one. Grautman dials up the heat on a low and away.
And
Miller swinging.
There is 2 outs.
There is 2 outs. Did I say 1?
No, on the scoreboard.
Gotcha.
It says 1 out.
Scoreboard acting up a little as Grautman just misses outside. I think he knew it. He wasn't walking or anything, but a great 0-2 pitch there.
Yeah, I knew it said 1 out on the broadcast, so just had to make sure everyone knew there was 2 outs, especially with the 0-2 count.
As swings through it. Grautman strands 2. Raiders still up by 3 going into the 6th inning. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Merchants Bank, we're committed to creating thriving communities and helping our customers succeed. Hi, I'm Rob, the mortgage lender at Merchants Bank. It is such a privilege to work with a company where all employees are focused on providing the very best customer service. We'll be with you every step of the way as we work towards your financial goals together, whether it's growing a business, buying a home, or planning for retirement. Yeah, we're a bank, but what we really do is make life moments happen. Stop in. I look forward to making your goals a reality.
Hi, Dr. Michael Ritchie, Ritchie Eye and LASIK. Many people tell me they've heard horror stories about all the drops needed after cataract surgery. Well, fear no more. At Ritchie Eye and LASIK, Dr. Miller and Dr. Reinsbach are dropless. That's right. No need for medicated eye drops before or after your cataract surgery. I love dropless for my cataract surgery, and you will too.
Ritchie Eye and LASIK in Faribault, your leader in advanced cataract surgery.
Probably should. Oh, we're back. My bad. We're back for the 6th inning here on NorthfieldLive.com. 10-7 the score on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. As Klug out for another inning of work, he came in relief in the last inning to face the Northfield Raiders as they were exploding, as he ended up recording all 3 outs after the home run allowed by Bedeker.
Did Betcher let up that home run?
He did.
Okay. I couldn't remember if that was the last.
That was, I think it was his last, or he walked a guy right after or something. But now Seth Thompson will step in. The pitch on the way to Seth misses outside.
Oh yes, and then he let up the double to Rauch.
Yeah, that was it.
And then
that was his game.
I think that's how it went.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now the pitch on the way misses outside because Morrow was on second when he came in. That was it.
Oh yes.
As Tegan Melgren is warming up in the Raider bullpen.
Oh, that's another huge piece for the Raiders. We've only seen 3 pitchers in the playoffs.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if Tegan's just throwing just to stay loose for another game. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see him today.
I think he would be type of a closer situation.
Yeah. I think it's
in college we did that a lot.
Yeah.
With one of our starters. If we had a doubleheader, he would actually come in to close the game.
Grautman has thrown 36. As Thompson takes outside, loads up the count. Great take there from Seth Thompson.
Yeah, I assume they're going to ride Groutman as long as they possibly can. It's only 6 outs. I say only, but that's a lot harder than it is.
Popped up in foul territory, out of play into the stands. That ball carried a long way. Catcher knew it was out of play the whole time. He gave a little false chase.
But if you're the Raiders, you're taking it 1 out at a time for pitcher-wise.
As Thompson will foul another one out of play. Seth Thompson working the count. Getting plenty of looks at pitches, as really important here in the section playoffs, making sure that you recognize everything on the way. Full count. Thompson leading off the 6th inning. The pitch on the way to him. Curveball misses outside. Seth draws a walk. Great at bat there from Thompson.
Back-to-back walks. I believe he was hit by a pitch last inning.
He was, yep.
So hit by pitch, then walked this inning. Valuable at bats when it comes later into this game.
3 true outcomes for Seth Thompson brings up Aaron Reister. If anyone doesn't know, the 3 true outcomes are it's technically a home run, strikeout, and walk. Hit by pitch is also kind of in there. It just means that you made the fielders not do anything, as it'll be an 0-1 count to Aaron Reister. As back pick to Seth Thompson. He's in there easy. No first base coaches. That happened to be the one pitch where Coach Groutman was coming down to talk to the dugout. 0-1 the count to Reister. Slide step from Klug. Well outside. As Thompson will round hard second. And he will be there. Now 1-1 count for Aaron Reister.
I don't think Thompson realized how far back the backstops were.
Yeah.
Kind of a nice little slight jog, free base, but it ended up all the way over by the Raider dugout.
I think the catcher was also kind of giving it also kind of that same light jog, getting to it. Jack Pribble ready to courtesy run for the catcher, Aaron Reister. 1-1 count. As Klug looks in, he'll come set. Klug kicks and fires. Misses high. We do have a new third baseman for Stewartville.
He did get
They did
subbed
make a
in there.
chase. Skustad coming in. Logan Skustad, wearing number 9, as a pitch on the way to Reister. Swung on, fouled back. 2-2 the count.
Kind of a weird little atmosphere here. You got a bunch of fans rolling into the game, obviously, because there's a game after this. But we got Winona doing all their warm-ups in left field, like right beyond the fence here. So,
and Byron's just kind of crowded around Jim Welbrock as the curveball misses high to Reister. Great take there.
Right behind the dugout.
As Byron definitely trying to get that first base dugout.
I wonder if it goes by higher seed. I have no idea who determines that. Just probably first come, first serve.
No sun really here today as Reister hits a ground ball. Shortstop fields it. He thought about going to third, but he'll still have time to throw Aaron Reister at first base on a ground out there, advancing the runner to third. Raiders have an extra insurance run on third base now as Kyan Rauk, who hit a double in his last at-bat, will step up to the plate.
Now coming up to bat, number 24, Kyan Rauk.
As the big man will dig in. As the Raiders could take this game from a back-and-forth slogfest to a not even a save situation if they can bring that run in.
Yeah, still 2 innings to play, so Raiders do have another 2 innings to get some insurance runs. Or is this the top of the 6th? Never mind, 1 inning, sorry.
As infield in, as Rauk will hit a high fly ball. That'll score him. Center fielder camping under it. Miller will make the catch. Thompson tags up. The throw. Relay not nearly in time. Thompson comes in standing as Kyan Rauk gets it done with a sac fly. And the Raiders are up 11-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, Kyan Rauk did a job, and
Number 12, Ryan Cahoon.
enough to give them a 4-run lead.
I can't tell what the Raiders are catching when they come back in. It looks like a Jolly Rancher or something from Coach Rauk. That was something that they always did in JV to incentivize good hitting. Basically just a mini rally sausage.
I feel like that's a super teacher thing to do.
It's a very teacher thing to do.
You score a run, you get a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah.
Kind of like answer the question, you get a Jolly Rancher.
Hey, it works.
I never got a lot of Jolly Ranchers in school, never answered enough questions, so.
I can't say I did either as Ryan Cahoon puts it through the 5-hole. Cahoon pulls through for the Raiders, and they have a base runner with 2 outs. They just keep hitting. Raiders looking to upset Stewartville here as JT Groutman, the pitcher now, will dig in.
Wow, the Raiders just took all the energy out of Stewartville and their fans.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the difference between this inning and just 3 ago. As Groutman will first pitch swing, pop it up. Shallow left center, shortstop camping under it will make the catch. Raiders strand 1, but plate 1. Now up 11-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
5.5 complete. Northfield.
NCC Builders has built and renovated custom homes and commercial buildings since 1972. We are committed to providing the Northfield area with high-quality construction with a singular focus to bring your vision to life. I'm Adam, the president of NCC Builders. You can rely on our experience and attention to detail for your home or business. Take the first step. Contact us at nccbuilders.com or 507-645-8975.
The Quarterback Club of Northfield knows just how hard the student athletes work each and every sports season and would like to wish all of the Raiders athletic teams the best of luck this year. After practice is over or before the big game, stop into the Quarterback Club and grab their roasted chicken, tender baby back ribs, or famous broiled burgers. Short on time? Call ahead and they will have it ready for you to carry out. They serve lunch and dinner, so no matter your busy schedule, the Quarterback Club has something for you. Good luck, Raiders, and we'll see you after the game. The Quarterback Club off Highway 3 in Northfield.
And we're back. JT Groutman out on the mound again for your Northfield Raiders. He's thrown 36 pitches through 2 innings, 21 of them for strikes. He's been pounding the zone. He has walked 2, but he has 4 strikeouts out of the 6 outs he's recorded. As now stepping in for the Stewartville Tigers will be number 5, Reed Neubauer. Neubauer, the 2-hole hitter. He is 1 for 2 on the day. I don't know where the other plate appearance has gone, but he has 1 walk.
It was a walk, yes. And then the other one was a fielder's choice.
That's where the other one was. The 0-1 on the way. Taken outside.
Yeah, so 2-3-4. You got the heart of the lineup for Stewartville, hoping they can all spark something back.
As the 1-1 on the way. Swung on, high chopper. Thompson fields it on a nice hop. The throw down, big pick by Cahoon.
Beautiful play by Cahoon there, actually.
Fantastic job by Ryan Cahoon picking that ball up.
It's a lot bigger than people think that situation is. I mean, obviously, bottom of the 6th. If that runner gets on, now we got trouble.
That's one of the most awkward hops the ball can take when it's just barely getting off the ground when it comes towards you. You can't quite pick it off the ground. You can't quite pick it up in the air. You kind of have to just let your body drop back. Usually, Ryan went for the stretch out, and he got it done.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how well the grass is doing. I assume it's pretty much dry now. I mean, you never know how wet it really can be still, so the ball's not really bouncing off of the grass as sometimes, these, if you're a shortstop or a third baseman, you can rely on a ball bouncing off the ground. You see it if you watch the Twins a lot. Carlos Correa, he does that.
Oh, yeah.
His fair share of times.
As there's a ground ball into right field. Molesky playing on top of second base is where they have him positioned. As Betcher, the left-handed batter, takes advantage of it. I'm not sure.
Interesting shift with a lefty up to bat.
It makes sense with the right-handed batters, but I guess they're kind of expecting him to be late on JT Groutman's fastballs.
Yeah. Now probably play double play depth and try to get one twisted here and get the bats going again.
Austin Kep is about 5 feet away from the fence with Loimer digging in.
Oh, yeah, he's got great power.
Raiders are ready for it. They are ready for him to pull the ball as that ball is pulled from Groutman, and it goes out of play. As the runner will be held up at second base. Luckily, he wasn't too far down the baseline. But it's a bad hop there. As it might have even helped him out as it going out of play. It was rolling around out there. But it'll be a runner on second base with 1 out and a 1-0 count now for JT Groutman. Runner in scoring position for Stewartville. As Groutman looks in, he comes set. He'll kick and fire to the plate. Misses low. Not wanting anything to do with Lamer, it looks like. More Byron fans coming in. As Groutman will come set with 2-0. JT kicks and fires. Swung on, foul. Long foul ball there. Goes into the woods out in right field. Two and 1 the count with 1 out. Groutman looking in. Loser this game plays again at 4. Groutman comes set. He'll kick and fire. Swung on, grounded. Thompson fields it. Keeps the runner at second. Throw on to first. Nice throw there. Easy for Cahoon for out number 2.
Another great play by Thompson. He hesitated enough. Betcher on second base. He's got great speed. So he knew once that ball was going to be thrown. Betcher probably taken off, waited a little bit, took some shuffle steps, and kept that runner on second base. Huge. Not to have that that runner on third, 90 feet away.
Great first pitch there. Doesn't get the call, but he sits the tone up against Klug, who's 0 for 1 in the game.
He has 2 walks.
Yeah.
Might have got hit by a pitch, I'm not sure.
It says
and a
2
strikeout.
walks. Looked like he did come around to score a run, as he'll foul that one off. Long way.
Yeah, he did in the first inning, that very big inning for Stewartville. Basically the only big inning Stewartville's had up to this point.
Feels like forever ago.
Yeah, it was the first. What time did this game start? 11:30?
11:30, so yeah, almost 2 hours ago.
It was around 12 o'clock.
It ended at around 12 o'clock.
The inning did, yes.
Yeah,
so
he probably drew a walk.
2 hours ago that those runs were scored.
1 and 2 the count. Groutman looking to end it here with 2 outs and a runner on second base in the bottom of the 6th. As batter will take time. Groutman messing with the timing as he likes to do. But it's not even really messing with timing when he does it pretty much every time. He really likes to wait up.
Gives himself a huge advantage doing that.
The 1 and 2. And rings him up. JT Groutman gets the call. He strands a runner on second, and we're going to the 7th inning. Raiders up 11-7. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Of buying or selling your home? Don't go at it alone. Did you know there are nearly over 200 steps to the real estate process? 200 things to consider, be aware of, 200 things that could impede your ability to buy or sell or compromise the actual closing day. Alas, have no fear. You can contact one of our local and relentless agents at Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group anytime to answer all of your real estate questions. Century 21 Atwood and Professional Pride Group. We're unstoppable together.
Valley Auto House is a full automotive repair, shop, collision center, and the only AAA authorized towing facility in Northfield. That means if you are in a minor or a major collision, Valley Auto House can handle it all. We work with all major insurance companies to handle your vehicle from the tow to completing all of your vehicle's repairs. Valley Auto House is located at Highway 3 South in Northfield, open at 7:30 a.m. until 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, or you can find us at valleyautohouse.net, or you can give us a call at 507-663-1217. Go Raiders!
And we're back. Sun is shining here in Austin. Raiders up 11-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard. Klug out for another inning of work, trying to clean up the 7th, keep it at 11-7 ball game with the Raiders leading here in the section semifinals, trying to close this one out in the last inning of this to advance to the section championship game on Wednesday, June 5th, against the winner of the losers bracket, which the loser of this game will play again today at 4 between the winner of the Byron-Winona game. The winner of that will advance to the section championship game. Of course, that is double elimination, so if the winner of this game wins the first game, that will be over. If the winner of the losers bracket wins the first game, they will play another one and that will be the decider. Of course, Raiders got down to that last game last year as Geiger takes first pitch away from Klug.
Yeah, what a huge advantage it is to have a game up on all the other teams going into that championship game. All you got to do is just take care of that one, and you're making your trip to the state tournament.
Geiger fooled on that curveball.
Which I don't know where it's held. I think there's obviously
it's multiple spots.
Yeah, multiple spots, obviously.
The championship
obviously is in Target Field. I think Jordan is a big place for it.
Yeah.
I know St. Cloud is.
Geiger flies that one into right field. The catch is made by Paulson for out number 1.
I know St. Cloud is obviously, that's where Randolph that class plays all their games. Went there a couple years ago when Randolph had won the state tournament.
Chaska is the host of most of the games, it looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Chaska all the way until the championship game.
They do have a really nice ballpark.
And then Consolation is held at Mini-Met.
Played them in high school. When I was in high school, we went up, made the trip to Chaska. They do have they have a really nice ballpark.
Yeah, it'll be nice, of course.
I believe it is their town ball team's
Yeah.
ballpark. Usually that's where all these state tournament games get held. Obviously, the St. Cloud ones is the Northwoods League.
As Tegan Melgren will lift a fly ball into left field. Left fielder camping under it will make the catch. Melgren little under that one. He gave it a ride, but it's another fly out as now Cam Kaiser will step in with 2 outs. We'll see if JT Groutman's out for the 7th inning or if Tegan Melgren might come in to close it.
Yeah, Raiders can't even warm up in their bullpen. Byron's kind of taking it over.
Byron has been very willing to move when the Raiders ask, but as of right now, there is people standing. Kaiser digging in with 2 outs. Klug out of the windup. The pitch on the way, taken inside. Of course, Kaiser danced around a pitch that looked headed for his ribs earlier. It might have went through him. I genuinely think that the ball just phased right through him because there was no way. But he'll foul that one off. It'll be a 1-1 count. Sounds like it was close to a car parked out there just by audience reactions. Maybe even a bus that was parked out there. 1-1 the count to the Raiders center fielder. The pitch on the way to Kaiser. Swung on, flied into right field. That should drop, and it will. Kaiser with a 2-out base knock. Paulson got there in a hurry to keep Kaiser at first. As the Raiders have a base runner here, looking for an insurance run, Austin kept stepping in.
Now coming up to bat, number 18, Austin Kep.
Austin Kep digging in. Kaiser leading out at first. We'll see if the Raiders send him. As Kep first pitch swing and fouls it off. That was one of those pitches that just kind of shakes. As it comes in, it just has a late arm side run. 0-1 the count. Raiders up by 4. As the pitch on the way, Kaiser takes off in the dirt. He'll take it uncontested. Kaiser swipes the bag. We'll have to look at what the Raider leaderboard for stolen bases is looking like. I'm assuming Geiger's at the top, but I'm sure.
Yeah, Kaiser
with his late start.
Halfway through the season might almost be up there with Geiger. I don't think anyone's catching Geiger.
No. You can, if you look at the Raider record, you can, without looking at the box scores or anything, you can see when Cam Kaiser came back. Just by game-to-game, runs scored, everything like that. You can tell he's a big part of this team just by that. The 2-1 pitch. Kaiser takes off for third as Kep swings through it. Hit and run with 2 outs. Why
Another
not?
stolen base.
He's trying to rack up that leaderboard.
I'm trying to think if Geiger would have stolen a base every time he got on. He probably would be in the record book.
Yeah, why not? 2-2 count. The pitch on the way to Austin Kep. In the dirt.
I have
down
no
the third
idea
baseline.
what the record is of stolen bases.
I can never find any records for Northfield High School. So
but
I get asked a lot, but I can't find them.
It's probably somewhere.
We'll have to reach out to someone. I don't know who would have them.
Probably the athletic director.
Yeah. Who is in his first year, so I don't know where.
Hey,
I'm sure you can find him.
Someone knows.
3-2. Pitch flied, foul, and out of play. It'll remain a full count to Austin Cap with 2 outs.
But usually when there's a record about to be broken, somehow the whole entire town knows about it. I don't know where they get the information from. One person relays the information to everybody.
I can't remember exactly what records Cam broke, but he did break some hockey records.
Yes.
It was something to do with goals or points or something.
On Twitter. I think it was both of them.
As Kep will line that into right field. Too hard. It stays up for the right fielder to make the catch. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Raiders 3 outs away from the section championship game. You're watching NorthfieldLive.com.
Retirement Community is proud to introduce Enhanced Care Assisted Living. In this recently expanded area of our campus, we have increased daily licensed nursing coverage, making it possible to provide a higher level of clinical care and monitoring to those in need of additional support. This enhanced model of care provides more choices, allowing residents to age where they are. Contact Northfield Retirement Community for more information at northfieldretirement.org. Northfield Retirement Community, innovation, choice, tradition.
At Hometown Credit Union, we are proudly celebrating our 50-year anniversary. What originally started with little more than a ledger book and a cash box, Hometown is now a not-for-profit financial institution that serves the needs of over 23,000 people. We offer all the products and services you expect, while also being personal enough to truly partner with our members through all of life's journeys. Join us at www.hometowncu.coop and see why the Hometown Credit Union can be your trusted partner for financial success.
And we're back here for the 7th inning. JT Groutman out to close it out for the Raiders, up by 4, as Groutman could get a nice 3-inning save for the Raiders. He has 5 strikeouts through 2 innings pitched. We'll see if he can close it out for our Northfield Raiders. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Stewartville lineup, as the Raiders are 3 outs away from advancing to the section championship game without a loss in the tournament. If the score holds, Stewartville will play the winner of Winona Byron at 4 p.m. Groutman out of the windup. The first pitch on the way misses inside on the fastball. You can tell the hitter's a little frustrated. It's a 1-0 count to him. Groutman's pitch, swung on, grounded. Geiger will pick it up. The throw on the first. Hopper, dig by Cahoon.
Cahoon has been incredible.
Ryan Cahoon, not even a definitive starter coming into the season at first base. He has earned that spot there. What a catch. Hebel grounds out for out number 1. Cahoon makes it look easy.
Yeah, even with Rauch was hurt, obviously, so was it Vander Walker, Cahoon? I think was Prescott in the mix just a little
Prescott,
bit?
Got in for an inning or two.
Yeah, I mean, so they didn't really know who was going to step up with Rauch being back. Cahoon obviously stepped up, and even when Rauch came back, they still went to Cahoon Rauch. I think
Rauch's DH now.
I think Rauch played a couple games at first base. I mean, you can't really can't really miss a first baseman that's 6'8".
They slotted him in there when they wanted Ryan to catch to give Howie Reister some breaks. As great curveball in there, strike 2 from JT Groutman.
Yeah, but I mean, how about the plays from Cahoon? You know, he just always steps up for this team. And
there's a ground ball to him. He'll flip it on to Groutman for the second out. Oh, he's twisted up. As JT Groutman is laying down a little, he is popping right back up there.
Oh, yeah.
Scary.
One more out to go to the section championship. I'm definitely popping back up.
Yeah. JT Groutman shakes it off. Cahoon shows off the range as Groutman's momentum was carrying him towards the line instead of with the line. He just kind of created a little mini collision there, but he shook it off and was able to get the jersey a little dirty. Cahoon continues to show off at first base, of course. The junior going after his senior year up to St. Cloud to play with Austin Cap. Pitch on the way from Groutman, flied towards Austin Kep. And there it is. Raiders win. The Raiders will fight for the section championship on Wednesday. JT Groutman comes in and closes the door. The Raiders win. 11-7 your final score. What a win from the Northfield Raiders, taking down a fantastic team in the Stewartville Tigers. We're going to take an ad break. We'll be back with our Service Master by post-game recap. You're watching Raider Baseball on NorthfieldLive.com.
Northfield Live doesn't just provide game coverage. We provide opportunities for Northfield youth to showcase, learn, and experience many aspects of media. This opportunity gives students a chance to get real-life experience and build their writing skills. Working at Northfield Live isn't just about the on-screen coverage. The reports and stories about games, athletes, and coaches are just as important as broadcasting the game itself. If you or someone you know might be interested in learning how to write stories about local high school sports, we encourage you to call, text, or email us at the Northfield Live page anytime. From all of us at Northfield Live, go Raiders!
It's baseball season, and I know my kids always seem to bring home enough dirt from the field to create a pitcher's mound. When the battle with dirt and stains leaves you exhausted and feeling like it's an extra inning game, call Service Master by Hyatt and let us hit a home run cleaning carpet. You will feel like you're walking away with a come-from-behind win after Service Master by Hyatt gets your carpet as clean as a relief pitcher's uniform. Call us today at 507-366-7149.
And we're back for our Service Master by Hyatt post-game recap. When disaster strikes, demand the yellow van. Raiders win 11-7 on the Heritage Bank scoreboard, and a fantastic job from our Northfield Raiders pulling out the win over the Stewartville Tigers. The 2 seed beats the 1 seed Stewartville Tigers, only their second loss on the year, and the Raiders get it done. A fantastic back and forth for the most of the game. Then in the top of the 5th, the Raiders exploded for 5 runs there, taking the lead, and they did not hold back after that. They continued to be aggressive, and they pulled out with the victory.
Yeah, I mean, Northfield came out of the gates hot. I mean, they scored 3 runs, had all the momentum. Then Stewartville followed up that bottom of the first and responded with 5. And, they kept going back and forth, obviously, 1-1, and then Raiders, they just kept scoring. I mean, that was the story of the game. They didn't score it all a lot. I mean, obviously the 5th inning, they erupted for 5 just like Stewartville did, but they kept putting up runs and they had no quit. I mean, usually sometimes when you go down right away, that momentum can shift and you can't get it back. But Mickelson pitched pretty well for the Raiders, but, JT Groutman, we always say his name. I feel like we're saying it every single broadcast. He's been phenomenal for this Raider team, constantly just always pitching well. He put up really good at-bats, had a really nice double this game. But I think the one thing we have to take away from this is Reister's home run. I mean,
what a shot.
They're losing 5-7. The momentum's kind of starting to shift away from them, and all of a sudden, boom, there goes a home run for Reister. And as Thompson walked that one, here we go. We get a replay from Reister's home run, and that really what changed the whole entire game for the Raiders. And
when he lifted that ball, I mean, it was a wall scraper, but he smoked that ball. It was just a matter of launch angle as Aaron Reister absolutely destroyed that baseball, going out into left field with a fantastic job for that home run. Eli Mickelson went 3 innings. He did really solid, but then JT Groutman, as you said, he came in. He went 4 innings in relief, striking out 5, only allowing 1 hit and 2 walks. A fantastic shutdown performance out of the bullpen, and you can't ask for anything better.
I think the one thing to emphasize there is 1 hit.
Yeah,
one hit in 4 innings. That's
this team?
Incredible.
Yeah. The Stewartville lineup that has been dominant.
Stewartville team, and that's the second loss of the season for Stewartville. Obviously, they're pretty bummed out. I mean, you have such a high expectation you set for yourself this season to go into the playoffs. But, I mean, this Raider team is a different animal in the playoffs so far. They have showed up on every phase of the game so far, base running, hitting, pitching, defense. It just is all complementing itself, and obviously the outcomes are following it.
fantastic win from your Northfield Raiders. This has been our Service Master by post-game recap. Once again, I've been Joey Hudson, Ian Stanton, my color guy, AJ Reister, our producer/cameraman, and Lance Reister, our other producer/cameraman. AJ kept making him swap off with him there throughout the game, but a fantastic win from our Northfield Raiders. Once again, they will be playing again versus the winner of the losers bracket again on Wednesday, June 5th at 5 p.m. A fantastic win from Northfield Raiders. We'll look ahead on the schedule. Thank you from all of us here at Northfield Live for tuning in, and have a wonderful day.
Another school year is winding down, and the staff at Raider Automotive and Valley Auto House would like to salute this year's graduating class. Your hard work has paid off, and you're moving forward to bigger and better things. Whether you're going to college, joining the workforce, or joining the service, we wish you the best